Boop. And I don't think I forgot to do anything yet. I don't think. There is a very slight chance I may have forgotten something. I'm just gonna hope I didn't. Everything seems to be on. We're set. We're going. Everything's rolling. Alright. Alright. Boop. Okay. And then there too. Yep. Make sure that we publish everything like so. Okay. And then on the Twitch side, I need to be sure to submit my taxes like every good paying citizen would. Almost 150 times already, which is crazy. Absolute craziness. But how's it going, everybody? Hello, Lithuana. How are you doing? Mick, hello. Good to see you guys. King, I was the first one here. Are you proud of me? I am. I am very proud of you. Also, to answer your thing about the copper, yes, I have seen that. I was gonna do a video about it, but unfortunately, there's a lot of other things preoccupying my attention right now, so I didn't have time to make a video today. But yes, I did see that. We're gonna talk about that today as well. Hello, Brittany. Welcome on in. Coral, congrats on grabbing first. That is your third time. And thank you for submitting your taxes. Hello. How are you doing? Fish is on a trip to Slovenia, so he can't join. Fish from the comment section earlier. If that's the case, that's okay. I understand. Sometimes you gotta go do your thing, and so going on a trip, that's fun. I was on a trip last week, so that's why I didn't stream very much. But it's good to be back, let me say it. It is good to be back. So, catch you guys up to speed on what we're going to be doing today. I'm just going to fly over here. We need to finish draining all this water, and it's not much more. I know it feels like we've been doing this for years, and it has been like half a year. But we need to go through with all the sand and fill in all the water. Once that's all said and done, it can just go down to the digging, which is going to be kind of what July is all about for Twitch SMP, is just digging, which is going to be mind-numbing because we've got a long way to go just to do all that digging right here, which is just a quarter of the project. Took me a very long time. So it's very likely that it's going to take me a long time on all the other quadrants. And then beyond that, I still got to get this down another 64 blocks. So it's going to take a while, but the sooner we get this done, the better. We can start building some actual stuff. I may just focus hard on the quadrant still when it comes to digging. That way we can start building a few things, but we'll just have to wait and see. I do know for a fact, though, that today we don't need to worry about that. We need to worry about this. So this is what we're worrying about. So I'm going to go get a bunch of sand together. We're going to bring that over here, and we're just going to place sand like no man's business. Then we're going to dig up the sand and place it again, because there's a lot of places for sand to go. Of course, there's also some stuff over here that we got to fill in with sand and remove these flying machines. Make sure those get put away back in the box they belong in. And overall, it's going to be a good time. Okay, let's get into this. So let's just start off by talking about the Minecraft update, because I think it's really cool, and there's a lot of things I have to say about it. I actually recorded like a 20-minute video about the copper announcement, but I felt like it was way too long. You guys didn't need me to put out a 20-minute video about my opinions on the copper update. And it eventually reached the point of absurdity where I was getting off topic. So I decided I wasn't going to make the video, because by the time I had finished recording it, there was like 12 different videos that had already broken the news. So it was kind of like, okay, there's not much point in me going out of my way to say that there's going to be a copper update, but you know, everybody else had already said it. So I decided I would just spend some time working on the Day in the Life of King video, which is currently like 30 minutes in length. I'm going to try to keep it under 30 minutes if I can, but I can't promise anything. I really didn't do much in that video, but apparently it is equaling out to about 40-50 minutes, which is kind of crazy. But you know what? That's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna try to get it again under 30. Let's see. Copper has a use. It does. It does indeed. New copper blocks. Yes, so there's going to be, for those of you who haven't seen, Minecraft, Mojang just announced that they're going to be doing a copper update, which is going to include the copper golem from Minecraft, Live 2021, I want to say. There's going to be copper armor and tools, which is going to be between the stone and iron tier of tools. And then there's going to be a copper chest. Of course, there's probably going to be a ton of other things as well in this update, or game drop rather. However, we don't know for certain yet. I'm assuming that there's probably going to be another element to this update, because while the copper golem is very nice, it looks like they already have most of its functionality done, and they just have to get this done before fall. So I'm kind of betting on them adding some extra features that were also promised that just didn't get added. So something like maybe we could get something like a moo bloom. We might be able to get the glare. We may even get a vulture and get the Badlands update. There's a couple of opportunities there, which I'm very, very excited about. But ultimately, those are all theories, not announcements. So, like, don't get your hopes up necessarily. But that is a possibility. It is definitely within the realm of possibility. I'm going to grab that. Okay. New cover blocks, that's all I care about. I'm living under a rock. You're all good, dude. You're all good. XP on YouTube streams now. I saw that. Top fans is a thing. I didn't know that was coming. But based on how often you chat and then super chats on top of that, it puts you in the top fans and stuff, which is cool. It's really, really cool. It's taking off of the TikTok mechanism. TikTok has that already, I believe. But, you know, I don't know. That's just a thing. I don't know what YouTube is doing half the time, to be honest. This is already, is this Silk Touch? No, it is. Well, it doesn't matter that I'm using it, but okay. That's fine. Okay. Let's see. Hi, King, I'm back. I was eating a cheeseburger. Nice. How's the cheeseburger? Is it good? Or was it good, I guess? It sounds like you've probably already eaten it. Do I get it every time I send a message? Wait, what? Lonely. I guess I'm lonely. But do you know the meme? What meme? Lonely. This is life. Day 6 of asking 1,000 people to subscribe. So far, 0 out of 1,000. Dang, I'm sorry to hear that. Keep trying. Maybe you'll get somebody one day. Just not today. Sorry. I'm not a meme master. It's okay. Copper armor withered slows player down. What? I don't think I'm following. I'm sorry. Let's see. It's my birthday. You seem cool. How are you today? Happy birthday, Olivia. I am glad to hear that I seem cool. It's a lie. I only look cool. I only sound cool, but I'm not actually cool. But I'm honored to seem cool at the very least. I'm doing well though. How are you? Hope your birthday's been well. Don't call me daddy. That's one of the other things I need to add to the long list of things that you shouldn't call me. One of those is you can't call me late to dinner, but yeah, you also can't call me daddy now. See, guys, DN ruined it for you. DN ruined it. No, it's coming either. Might have to pull up again. Heck yeah, let's go. More PC Gus streams? That would be fun. I'd enjoy it. I would enjoy it. Let's see. Is there a snapshot for the update? Like PC Gus said, not yet, but there is a preview on Bedrock. It's unfortunate that it's not on Java yet, but you can expect it by next week. Snapshot days for Java are Tuesdays. But it seems like Bedrock and Java are alternating, so alternating who gets the first update or snapshot or preview, who gets it first. So this time around was Bedrock, next time will probably be Java. It just seems to be the case for the most part. Okay, they're all dying of suffocation. That's just the way I like it. There's a joke somewhere in there, but it's probably about your mom. Let's see. I gotta play Switch 2 today. How was it? I did play Switch 2 while I was gone. I forgot to mention that to you guys. I went to go see my brother-in-law and my sister and my niece and my nephew and all of them along my route to where I was going. And my brother-in-law, he has a Switch 2, and so I played the new Mario Kart. It was pretty enjoyable. I thought it was pretty good. I was very impressed. It felt actually pretty good to play. Let's see. I'm so glad I showed up to the YouTube stream today. I just got another short. This happens every time I go to your streams. I'm always glad to give you shorts, dude. I love to do it. I don't know what the short's gonna be about, but I'm looking forward to it. I saw you hit 25K today, dude. By the way, congratulations. I don't mean to alarm you, but I think I'm gonna catch up to you before long. I definitely not. Did you guys know I'm friends with a guy who has 25,000 subscribers on YouTube? It's insane. Absolutely crazy. I wish. Well, not that I wish I had 25,000. I don't know what I would do with it. Because it wouldn't really do me any good to have more subscribers if they don't, watch your videos and watch your streams kind of deal. But yeah. It's exciting though. That's really exciting, Gus. I can't call you daddy anymore. I know, I'm sorry. Should PC Gus make his grand return, get grinding for YouTube rank on Hypixel? Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah. I would love to see it. Seriously. Not just because I'd get to brag about knowing somebody with YouTube rank on Hypixel. That would be pretty cool. But it would also be really, just in general, awesome to have you back. I miss watching your streams. I do. You should make a little schedule for each month on what you're going to stream. It's actually pretty much the same every week now. At least on YouTube. On Twitch, so there's still like a lot of variables to it just because I'm trying to get down to 4 streams a week, like YouTube. But my current schedule is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. And so on Monday and Friday, I play my viewer joinable SMP, and on Tuesday and Thursday, I play Twitch SMP. However, I don't like saying this because I don't want you guys to think I'm leaving, but there's like a high chance I don't come back for the next season of Twitch SMP. I love this server so much, and I love all the members of the server. But unfortunately, I mean, there is one other member online right now. And I know this is a lull for the SMP. Unfortunately, that's just how servers go. But this isn't the server for me, in all honesty. And I can't ask them to change. But I can't... I know I don't fit in here, necessarily. This isn't the server for me. There's a lot of big builders. There's a lot of people who do that kind of stuff, but the vast majority of members on this SMP aren't here to build big builds. And I'm not really great friends with most of the members of the server. And part of that's my fault. I never took the time to get to know them super well, but, you know, I know that this isn't where I'm supposed to be, and that's okay. So there's a chance that I probably dump Twitch SMP after I finish my build, if I finish it. The hope is that I would, but dump this and go for another server, or do something else. Like hardcore is something that a lot of people have asked me to do. I thought about bringing back mini games and doing that once a week. There's a possibility that we just do more King SMP until the end of this season. It just depends on when I finish this and when Twitch SMP Season 7 ends in general. Who knows? You know, there's no plans for it right now, but I might end up joining a large SMP at some point, and that will take up the other 2 days that I would be doing. There's a lot of reasons for me to probably move on and find another server. I'm just very stubborn, because I still believe in Twitch SMP. I do. I think Twitch SMP it's a great server. And I love it for everything it is, but I also realize that I'm not the target player base for it. Let me go ahead and read chat. I'm sorry, guys. I got a little carried away there. If I'm not 100k by next VidCon, I might have to quit. Dude, you're gonna have it. I believe in you, dude. I believe in you. Mods should ban me, or King should just give me a VIP. I like the way you think. You know what, King? I might have to pull out Ryan Trahan and pull out the game plan. The game plan. What's the game plan? Let's hear the game plan. If you can spill the beans, I'd love to know. Let's see. I had a video blog for 15 years and only got, let's see, 200 subs, but the videos remind me how far I came. Dude, YouTube is a crazy thing. 1 minute you could be gaining absolute 0 views, 0 subscribers, you know, virtually no views. You'll probably still get 1 or 2 on occasion, but there's a very good chance you'll probably have nothing for a while. And then all of a sudden, boom. Suddenly you're getting watched by a lot of people for no reason. I don't know why, but people on YouTube really love my live streams, and it scares me because I have never had that kind of reaction where people are asking me in my comment section a lot about when my next stream is. But there are people who watch my videos just to ask me when my next live stream is, and I think that's really cool. I really do. It scares me super, super bad because, like, I didn't think that was a thing people were ever going to ask me. But it's really cool. It's really, really cool. So keep at it if you want to, Fuzzy. I think you can probably go pretty far with YouTube. You just gotta keep trying, keep doing things, and who knows where you'll end up. Let's see. I need my shulker box. We'll use 2 shulker boxes, I think. Let's just do that, yeah. Okay. Boop. And then put those in there. Okay. Let's see. I want to make sure I'm all caught up. I'm sorry, guys. I knew what this dude would look like from the Minecraft before even seeing him. Well, I knew that you were just a child by the name of your account. Car Country 2008. You might possibly be 17 years old, but you still act like an 8-year-old. So congratulations. Also, Samuel, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. If I haven't earned it by glazing Daddy Kingy Wingy for like 10 months, I don't know what is worthy. That's a crazy statement. Bro, be nice. I would get on, but somebody dropped me into a pit of void. That's fair. That's fair, Swift. You should join my realm. I don't join other people's servers just for safety reasons, but I appreciate the offer. If I join another SMP, there's a high chance it's my own. Like, I will probably have to make a content creator SMP. Just because it's very hard to get one at the size I'm at on YouTube that does the things I want to do. Because a lot of people, they play Minecraft and then they get burnt out because they only wanted to play for, 2 weeks. And I'm in it for the long haul when it comes to Minecraft. And so when there's when all your friends quit, there's no reason to play on the SMP anymore. And so there's a balance there, and I realize that I'm asking for a lot out of SMP owners when it comes to this stuff, but I've been burned a couple of times by SMPs. Need I mention Atomic SMP? For those of you who don't know what that was, it was a time. Oh boy, I hate that. I hate that was a part of my career. Oh boy. Yep. Anyway, King, I really do miss streaming, man. It's just a little complicated. I'd love to tell you about it in a little call or something. Ayo? PC Gus call? I would love to hear about it. I know it's probably, not fun stuff necessarily, but I would still love to hear about it. Do a hardcore series? I've heard a lot of people asking me to do it, and I've seen a lot of people... I mean, that's not why I'd be doing it, but I have seen a lot of people have success with it in terms of view counts and numbers and stuff. Hardcore just naturally raises the stakes of every stream. So it is something I would like to explore. I just got to be sure that it is something that I can sustainably do. Because on the off chance that I decide that I would rather go more into videos and stuff, then I need to also make sure I have enough time for that. I have been working on videos for the last couple of weeks, and I still don't have a backlog, and it sucks. I say last couple of weeks. I didn't do any video work last week, but you guys all know what I mean. It sucks. You can spend so much time doing stuff and then nothing happens. King, hello! Hi! Hi, how's it going? King, let's harass Connor to finish the Dungeon of the Arbalest update, and you and I can stream it. Hey, I like the way you think, Gus. I like the way you think. I think that'll be fun. I would actually enjoy that. I'm trying to think of some things that I just want to do for stream. Not even series related, because I'm going to be trapped in a series the second I start another one. So I got to be a little bit careful. But I do want to do some other one-off things where it's like, oh, we're going to stream this today. We're going to stream that today. And let that just be. It'd be really nice. So you remind me of Technoblade? Thank you. I think that's a compliment. Technoblade is pretty cool. Or was pretty cool. Oh, dude, I get 10 subs per vid. That's pretty good. That's actually pretty good. Now, the question is how often you upload and all that, but 10 subs per video is not bad at all. Hello, good sir. Hello, Mountain Fear. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for submitting your taxes. The game plan is actually being formulated at the moment. Like I said, it's just complicated. You know, it can never be easy, can it? You should join my sketchy SMP. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? I don't know what you're talking about. It's so fun. I'm sunburnt everywhere. I'm sorry to hear that, Pie. It looks like you overdosed on the vitamin D just a little bit. But I applaud you for not being chronically inside. I actually didn't get sunburnt. I got a little bit tan, though. You guys can't see it because my lighting is just that strong. But I did get a little bit tan from being outside over the week. So it's pretty nice being out in the sun. I forgot that I actually enjoyed going outside. So it was kind of nice to be back out there again. Let's see. I'll bully him now. Never mind, he's in a call. I shouldn't do that. A group seems to be working on the update. Hey, yo, let's go. Let's go. Love to hear it. Techno Blade never dies. Pog, we love Techno. Techno's great. Grab the camera for a Lamar Jackson edit. That's a new one. I always get told to name a car for an edit. I still don't know what that means because I have yet to see any of these people make a car edit out of the car you name. But the Lamar Jackson edit is a new one. That is a new one. I post every day after I work out. Oh, nice. That's awesome, dude. I don't post very often. I want to get better about that. And I know saying I want to get better doesn't equate to being better about that, but just trust me, I'll get better about it, okay? I will. That is something on my to-do list, though, is starting to get some stuff out. You guys will have a brand new series to watch at some point. It's going to be really cool. I've been working on it for like the last 6 months or so, and it's nowhere near ready, but there's some really cool things on the way, is all I can say. Let's see. Hello, SP Danger Mans. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. All right, we've changed platforms. I also had to leave right after I asked this question, but 1.21.6 win. We're actually going to skip 1.21.6 and go straight to 1.21.7. There was a hotfix that was released, and it also includes a new music disc and a new painting. So we got to wait for the plugins to update, but they'll hopefully be up to date by this weekend. So I'm hoping that we can update for that. However, there's also a chance that that doesn't work out. Because I am currently shopping for a new server host again. Our current server host, I don't know what's wrong with them. They used to be able to communicate with me all the time. They would send me messages whenever there was an attempted DDoS that they stopped. And, you know, they were very active within the community. And they have gone radio silent, and I sent them a message and they still haven't responded. It's been 2 weeks since I requested for an upgrade to our server, which they have charged me for. They have charged me for the upgrade, and I have not gotten my upgrade. So I am going to be getting us a new host. I don't know who it's going to be just yet. It's looking like right now it's probably going to be Modrant. But there may be a chance that it is somebody else. I don't know yet. A lot of people have recommended me some different server hosts that are made by content creators, but they're kind of overpriced. So I don't know if we'll go with those or not. Let's see. I had someone make a car edit when I asked. Oh, nice. They actually do make it. Or I guess when I told them a car. Let's go. W. I can't believe they actually followed through. Also, couldn't you just use sponges for this, or is the sand supposed to be there? I could use sponges, yes. And it would probably be actually a little bit faster with this, but I don't have sponges, and I don't really think there's any monuments I can go raid, because as soon as the server started, a lot of those monuments immediately got raided, so it's kind of unfortunate, but right now there's just like very slim chance that I actually could sponge everything, unfortunately. That's the issue with these kind of servers. People rush to do everything, and then they don't play very long. That's not me trashing Twitch SMP, let me just be clear. I love this server, like I said. It's just, that is the natural fact of the situation, is everything got rushed right at the beginning, and then even though we had rules in place to help stop people from rushing, it didn't stop them. Hello, King of Games, welcome on in. There was a lot of rushing that happened, though, for structures and gear and such, and so, you know, the people didn't build anything. They got their gear. Once we killed the dragon, the vast majority of people were done. And I don't know what the next iteration of server is gonna be for me yet. I'm not 100% certain, but I know if I join another server, it's got to be with people I already know, because I can't keep doing this where I join servers and then it dies out, or I don't know people already, so I can't help keep it active. You know, I know some people on here already pretty decently well, but not enough that I could just send them a message and say, hey, I'm playing today, you guys should play with me. It would be really cool. You know, that's just not in the cards with where I'm at with most of these people. And that's okay. Like, it's just, I find that more often than not, the issue with these servers is that the people don't know each other, so they have no reason to play with each other. They just want to play on a server with other people. They like the feeling of it being an exclusive server, that you have to be a certain level of creator to join, but they don't like actually playing it as a creator necessarily, which is, you know, that's okay, that's fine. But that's, again, not the server I'm looking for. I want a server where I'm making friends and where I'm hanging out with people and we're building things, and it's a longer-term server. Everyone has a different idea of how long this server is going to last, and there's not been any clear direction, necessarily, with how long this server will last, you know? It could last in upwards of a year, but at this current rate, I would say it's very likely to restart in 2 months. You know, there's a lot of factors that go into Twitch SMP restarts. And I think I know now what I'm looking for just isn't this, and that's okay. It bums me out because I really do enjoy this server. It's just like I said, I know I'd be better off somewhere else. Let me go ahead and re-chat really quick. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted when I'm placing sand. Who inspired you to play Minecraft for the first time? Myself, kind of. I was at a friend's house, and they showed me Minecraft. Back in the year of our Lord and Savior, 2012. The year of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, in 2012. Man, I can't speak today. But back then, that's when I found out about Minecraft, because my friend showed it to me. And he was like, yeah, this is a really cool game. You should try it sometime. And so he let me play it there in his house. And then I fell in love with it. I mean, I played for hours and hours and hours, just messing around in our little Xbox 360 world. And then I begged my mom for an Xbox 360 right after that, because, man, was it so fun. And then I got an Xbox 360 that year, played some Minecraft, and I played that so much. I used to play all the time. And then before long, I was I was on several different platforms. I started playing on my computer, and then I started streaming it, and you know, here we are. It was mostly inspired by my friend, I guess, but they don't play anymore, and he didn't play all that much anyway. It was just something that he thought I would like, and you know, 8-year-old me ran with it. I've literally been playing Minecraft longer than a lot of my audience is alive for. Which is kind of concerning, but it's fun. Me, I'm the server, you are the server. I just realized that Minecraft has Lava Chicken as a disc. It does, yes. I really don't understand this XP thing works. Yeah, I don't understand either. Also, Gus, you said you're gonna head out. Sounds a-okay. I will message you probably tonight after stream, hopefully. But enjoy the nerdy crap. I'll talk hopefully soon with you. Let's see. There's this one called King SMP. You should check it out, low-key. I do want to get back on King SMP, doing more stuff there, hopefully. You guys will probably see me back on there a lot once we clean up the schedule. I'm just going to be grinding out King SMP for a good amount of time, hopefully. Are you monetized on this channel? No, not yet. Hopefully within the next month or so, but you know, we take it in our strides. You know, whatever happens. You can't force success necessarily. You can only present the opportunity for it to occur. Thanks for the clips for my Instagram. No problem, bro. Name a car for an edit. Subaru. I don't even care what model Subaru, okay? Just a Subaru. Mr. Eggnog, how long were you gone? Like 2 weeks? I was gone for about a week and 2 days, I believe. It was a little bit of time. Mr. Gamer, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. I was gone for about, yeah, a week and 2 days. I was out and about doing some things out of town. Very cryptic, isn't it? Which was nice. I missed being able to stream though, man. I love streaming so much, so being gone was kind of painful, but you know, we're chilling. We're here now. Hello from Minnesota. Hello, how's it going? Also Cheeky Oswald, how's it going? It's good to see you. Let's see, Atini, hello, welcome on in. You like Roblox? I don't, but I respect it. There's nothing wrong with liking Roblox. It's all about how you play it, that's all. I make 2 cents per month. That's not bad, really. I mean, it all depends on your niche, really, when it comes to YouTube. Depending on what kind of content you make, depends on what sort of ads are served, and that ultimately is all controlled by the amount of views you get on each video. I've done the math, and if my math is correct, Shadow, thank you for subscribing, I appreciate it. If my math is correct, I will, when I get monetized and get ad revenue, you guys will probably see me start upgrading things, because the RPM isn't terrible here, and what do you call it? The viewership isn't bad either. Like, you guys really do, you know, watch my stuff, and I don't know why, but I appreciate it. It's really good. It's really cool. Sorry, wow. Hello, Mere Mortal. Shadow here to check on you and see how you are. Well, I appreciate that. I'm doing pretty well. It's good to see you, Shadow. Shadow the Hedgehog. That takes me back. I used to watch this show called Sonic X, and my favorite character in it was Shadow the Hedgehog. Used to watch that show all the time, though. I think it's... I do believe that is classified as an anime, and I believe that's, like, the only anime I actually watched, like, all the way through. What is going on? I am placing sand to drain out an ocean. It's going crazy week and not in the good way. Feels like the past week has been a month, but everything's fine now, mostly. Well, I'm sorry that happened in the first place. You know, it's gotta rain before the crops can grow, I guess. But, I'm glad that everything's mostly fine now. Hopefully it keeps going... Hopefully it keeps going well. What's your favorite way to play Minecraft? Manhunt, survival, speedrun, mods, bed wars. I prefer survival. I play mostly survival, in fact. You guys haven't... Well, you haven't seen it yet, Dreg, but I played on my most recent iteration of the viewer joinable SMP. It's been going for like 2.5 years, and I have some really insane builds that you guys would be able to see on Friday. Unless I decide to play earlier for some reason. Let's see. How are you, though, sir? I'm doing okay. I'm pretty tired, but that's to be expected. My body is pretty achy, and I am having a lot of trouble getting stuff done, but I'm here. I'm still kicking, and little by little, I'm making my way towards the goals I want to do. So I'm hanging in there. You have earned my respect? Heck yeah, let's go. Let's see. I mean, you do you. You ain't Sonic. Yeah, I'm definitely not Sonic. Sonic is cool, though. He's a cool dude. You need to make proper YouTube proper videos like Cookie God, Wadzi, because your builds are so crazy and you could do much more. Oh, if I did like actual videos about my builds, I would love that. I don't even know. I need to look into how those videos are framed a little bit more, because I do want to show off a lot of my builds. I want to go through my viewer joinable world a little bit and actually show you guys what 2.5 years of building looks like. Because I think that would really throw it into perspective for some people on how achievable some projects are. You know, I haven't really been spending that much time on my current builds. Also, I don't have any fireworks.
Hello there.
Thank you for subscribing. I don't know how to read your name, but I appreciate it. But I don't know how to get out of here. Go this way. Yeah, I do want to do some more proper videos. You guys will get to see those soon, hopefully. There's going to be a series coming your guys' way, probably within the next couple of months. It's just... I'm a perfectionist, and because the way this series is framed, there's a lot of improv to it, but there's also a lot of not scripted behavior to it. I don't know what to call it, though. But there's a lot to it that I want to make sure I get perfect, because once it starts, I can't go back to change it. And so... I'm being very careful and I'm taking my time on it. But I think you guys will enjoy it once it's finally ready. It's just about getting it to the point it's actually ready. Do I have any paper? I don't. Okay. That's okay. That's fine. I can get some over here. Let's see. I don't know if you happen to see my announcement in MCYT, but I had a video posting for that 100-day video. The one where 10 creators like each play on a world for 10 days. I'd love for you to join and be a part of it. I mean, I'd be down. I would be down, yeah. I wasn't sure if you really wanted me or if you were wanting different people since you already had me in a recent video or you're about to have me in a recent video. So I wasn't sure if you wanted to include me or not. But if you'd like me to be in it, I'd be on, man. It sounds pretty cool. There's actually a video series that I'm not like I've been watching a little bit here and there. I'm not like an active member of the fandom necessarily, but I do watch it on occasion, and it's called UHC Generations. And it's a really interesting concept. Basically, it's UHC, so ultra hardcore, and it is where a creator is playing on hardcore mode, but the catch is they don't have natural regeneration. So that's where ultra hardcore comes off of. Then, if they die, they pass on the world file to somebody else, and the world keeps on living. It's a really cool series. There's a lot of big names in it. You guys have probably heard of it, maybe. It's not like a big name series necessarily. Like, it's not Hermitcraft level, but I would say it's like a step just below that. Considering, you know, you have like SBK people who are in there. Skyblock Kingdoms for the uninformed. Which, by the way, just had a new season drop. Phenomenal episode so far. Love to see it. Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to be a part of that, Swift, dude. That sounds really cool. That's what it reminded me of when I heard you mention it, so. You can make a video like surprising my SMP friends by renovating their house. You can make it funnier with traps or whatever. It's a good idea for shorts as well. That's true. It's not a bad idea. Definitely worth a look. I probably couldn't really do that with this SMP. Just because I don't know who's still active. I don't know how much longer the server's gonna go for, and most of the people don't really actually even have a house. They kind of did what I did, where they started working on their base immediately. And so there is no starter house or anything. So I can't even go off of that yet. But I do like the idea. I might have to try something like that. Can we get ASMR really quick? Yeah. This is ASMR. Here, listen to me scratch my arm. I don't know if you can hear that. Okay, there you go. You happy? I hated that. You guys used to get ASMR off of me whenever I drank water. My mic used to pick up the sound of my throat swallowing water. It was awful. This video is gonna come out a ton after that one. It's gonna take a while for it to be done. I'll shoot you an invite. Okay, sweet. I'll definitely be down to edit my own section as well, just to make your load a little easier as well, because that is a big project. Let's see. I love that series. This concept is slightly based off of that. Heck yeah, man. Let's go. W. Let's see. Do you have an Instagram account? I do. I don't really use it, but I've been wanting to soon. It's just I have too many projects going on at once to be able to utilize all the platforms to their fullest extent. But I do have an Instagram, yes. Help, I'm trying to get my PlayStation to start, and it won't. I never actually learned how to fix it. Okay. What's it doing? Is it like starting and then turning off? Is it just not powering on at all? Is there any sort of you know, is it doing anything is the big question, I suppose. Let's see. I'm making Minecraft skin right now. Nice.
Hello there.
Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that, Ocean. Appreciate it. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Boop. Okay, I'm thinking about inviting Avid. I think it'd be cool to have one, like, kind of big name in there that people recognize. That would be cool. I definitely invite some people. It may not necessarily happen. They may say no. They may tell you not right now. But that's okay. Just asking a ton of different people, though, if they'd be interested, would be cool. I mean, like I said, I'd be down. I would be in there. I'm not a big YouTuber or streamer by any means, but I'd be like a little higher than being a no-name, I guess. For what it's worth, I've been in the room with several big names, so like that must count for something, right? W stream brother, I live in India, so it's like 5 a.m. so I have to sleep. I will be back tomorrow. All right, sounds good, dude. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. Get plenty of rest, and I'll catch you in the future. Let's see. Have you tried turning it on and back off again? Turning it on and back on again. Starting and turning off. Or I can like try to unplug and replug. I don't know. Yeah. So what you could do, if it's just not staying on, that sound. There's a lot of things that could be. So, is this a play? What model PlayStation is this? That will actually change a lot about this. I have experience working on PlayStation 2s. It's PS5, okay, crap. Okay, so yeah, what you can do is unplug it and leave it unplugged for like about a minute, and then plug it back in and see if that starts it. If it doesn't, hold down the start button for 30 seconds, I want to say. And if that doesn't work, that's where it starts to get a little more intrusive. I don't know a lot about these newer model electronics. I still haven't worked on the Wii down there, but that's been in here for months. I need to work on it soon, because my brother, he wants it back. Let's see. Okay, thank you. No problem. No problem. Avid's DMs aren't open. There are other options, though. I want to say he actually wants you to go through his tickets, but let me double check that. Where would that be? Probably frequently asked questions. Goal list, very important. Avid links. Can I ping? Don't ping. Check rules, I guess. Be kind. Okay. All advertisements, random, help. I don't see anything saying to not make a ticket for that. Let me just quickly double check that that's not against the rules for the tickets. Some people have separate rules for those. Holy cow, that's a lot of channels. Introductions, announcements, Minecraft news. Does he actually not have a tickets area? I thought for sure he had a ticket. Oh. Okay, I don't think you can get in touch with him that way. Well, you know, that's okay. That's fine. That's okay. You know, I think he's a cool dude. He's a cool dude. He's just very busy. I don't blame him for turning off DMs. League of Legends? League of Legends, indeed. I actually don't play League, but I know some people who used to. I think they've since then quit. They found other toxic games to go play. I'm trying to think of some other options that you could invite as well, Swifty, because I know you need like 10 people. And right now you've probably got, well, I mean, I'm looking over at the list. I can see how many members are in that list right there. So, you know, you're probably going to need you might need a couple more. So I'm just trying to think of some names that would be able to have enough time to do it, and that might be willing as well. I mean, ultimately, truthfully speaking, anyone under 1 million subscribers would probably be willing to do some amount of work for it. It's when you hit 1 million subscribers that they start to kind of have to chop and choose because they're not sure if you're using them for clout. And I can't necessarily blame them. Because as it is right now, I still do that. Like, I have to, like, sit there and think for a second. Is this person just wanting me because I have a higher number than they have? Which is awful. It's not a fun thing, but it is a thing I do nonetheless. You should ask PC Gus. You should ask him if he would be interested. I know he doesn't usually play Minecraft Survival or anything like that, but it would be an interesting thing. Maybe he'd be interested for that, for just for the short, what would that be, I guess, 40 minutes? 10 days would be, no, I'm sorry, 20 minutes. 20 minutes per day, sorry, so that would be 200 minutes. I promise you guys I can do math. I mean, that's only if you don't sleep. That's assuming you don't sleep. So 200 minutes divided by 60, that's 3.33 hours. More often than not, I think most people would probably have closer to just 3 hours on the world of playtime. That's not terrible. First couple of people would probably spend time trying to get tools and armor for everybody, or for the player, and then the next couple of people would probably be more apt to try to get the builds rolling and trying to what are they trying to do? Try to get some builds going, maybe even a farm or two, just to ensure that there's enough infrastructure there. I don't know. I really did like that video from Leon SBU about Past the Build, which it was the 10 builders. That was really, really cool. I gotta go. I'm on a plane. All right, sounds good. Enjoy your trip. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. And I will hopefully see you again in the future. Oh yeah. While I'm waiting for that to load really quick, let me check a couple of these things. Whoa, Discord updated some of my UI. Interesting. Fun. Okay. It's not bad changes, it's just changes. That's the thing. Okay. Server might be up by now. It is not. Okay, that's fine. We will keep waiting. We will indeed keep waiting while I quickly check to make sure. Is the world burning down? No. Still no. Still no. Okay. Sweet. That's what I like to hear. Server's back up. No, it's not. Well, yes, it is. I just... Invalid session. I wish... I don't know why it's so bad suddenly, but I really hope they can fix it, because it is annoying. It is so annoying to get hit with the invalid session every couple of attempts to log in. I don't know if it's a Modrinth issue, if it's Minecraft. I don't know. Okay, go ahead and load. Thank you. Here we go. Yep. And guess who's back? Back again. Me. It's me. So we're actually pretty decently through a pretty big chunk of this area so far. We're actually almost out of sand in our shulkers as well, so what's going to have to happen is we're going to have to start digging up some of our sand again, which I do have torches, so that'll help a little bit. But we're not doing too shabby. We've almost got 2 of the orders filled in. Now, admittedly, right there, it gets kind of deep, but that's no big deal. We'll get through that. We'll get through that before long. And then over here, of course, this is hardly anything really. My goal for this stream really is just to try to get rid of all the water, because I've been trying to get rid of the water for the longest time, and I haven't been able to get rid of it, so this would be pretty nice to finally finish up. I kind of want to talk to some content creators who are trying to balance more than one Minecraft world at once, because I'm really curious how they do it. Because, like, I watch, you know, let's say you watch one of the hermits, like one of the Hermitcraft people. They play Hermitcraft, they play the Life series. Some of them might have another series on top of that. Life series is a short burst that happens once, maybe twice a year. And it's already scheduled out in sessions, so you're only on the server for as long as you're on it, and you only have to be there on certain days. So it's not like you're adding a huge commitment on top of your other stuff. But it's hard when you're trying to balance, let's say, 2 or 3 series. For example, you know, we mentioned Avid earlier. He plays on Skyblock Kingdoms on Misadventures. He used to have another series, but he ended that for Misadventures, called Avid Adventures. He has a creative world that he used to play on a lot with his friends, but I don't think he does that really anymore, just because it's such a big time investment. And I don't know if he plays on his Patreon server or not, but that's another one right there. Elfie, King Elfie, he plays, you know, Skyblock Kingdoms. He has his viewer joinable server. He's got his Forever world, and he's also got a hardcore world that he's, I think, taking a break on right now. But, you know, another great example of somebody who balances several things all at once. There's a lot of people out there who do it, and I just don't know how. I don't know how to do it myself for I don't know how to do it myself for all of for all the things I have planned and that I want to do. It's just a lot. I know one thing I need to do is, I need to just, like, I need to sit down and actually plan out what I'm doing, and make sure I just actually get it done. It may not hurt at some point, maybe at the end of summer. This summer, I may just take a break from streaming for like a week and do non-stop videos just until I get through all of that, so that I can actually keep up an actual good upload schedule, maybe. I don't know if that's a possibility or not, but it would be nice. I'm just trying to think how else I can get around doing that, because that makes like the most sense. Would be if I give myself more time overall and I just grind through it on a week, then I could go back to normal. But because I'm trying to always keep up right now, I don't know. I could always go to video first instead of do stream first, so I can't stream unless I have my videos done. Which is another method. Don't know if it's a good method or not, but it is one of them. I don't know. I do not know. I'll think about that. Let's see. Hey, bro. Love you. Doing great. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Grady. We're just chilling. Working on, the big build. Boop. Okay. So here's an interesting question for you all. And I'm sure you've heard it a million times before, but it's very important. Is a hot dog a sandwich? See, my initial reaction is to say no, because a sandwich requires 2 pieces of bread. However, we consider subs sandwiches, submarine sandwiches, sub sandwiches. Those are, you know, they are 1 piece of bread split open to house your ingredients, kind of like a hot dog bun. So I'm inclined to say a hot dog is a sandwich of sorts, but it's not just any kind of sandwich, it's a sub. A hot dog is a sub, which feels so wrong to say, but I mean, it's kind of accurate. But that also kind of falls in line with tacos. So again, a taco is, technically speaking, kind of like a sandwich. And it's kind of, I mean, it is 1 solid piece usually, folded over. So that would make a taco a sub, right? I feel like it would be even more of a sub than what what do you call it? It would be more of a sub than what a hot dog is, because it has extra ingredients inside of it, like lettuce and tomato and cheese, you know, things that are classic sub toppings. They go inside of a taco. So a taco is a sub. It's very interesting to think about these things. This is what I choose to use my brain on. But it does interest me. It's very, very concerning, but it's interesting nonetheless. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Sweet. I'm trying to think. There's like a lot of other topics that I had to discuss today, and I kind of forgot about them, and I don't remember what they are still. Yesterday's stream was interesting. That was a thing that happened. That was a stream and a half. It was fun. I enjoyed it still, even though I kind of talked your guys' ear off about things that probably weren't really for stream anyway. But, you know, it's whatever. I enjoyed it. It was a good time. Oh, I guess it is July now. Which means, you know, my July goals are starting to become active. And I haven't talked to you guys about what all those are yet. So let me go and pull that up really quick just so I can read it while I play. So... There we go. Wait. Okay. So right now my goals for July, this July, is I want to spend like one day on the website, just one, where like all I do basically is work on the website. And so I may do that this weekend if I have some extra time. I may not, because I probably won't have extra time. But that's like one of the big ones, because I've been working on that website since before the beginning of the year. And I've been trying to get it done, but it's been a bear. It's very painful to get done. There's a lot of parts to it. So I'm hoping that I can kind of get that done soon. But the big way to get that done is to actually just sit down and spend a couple of hours on it one of these days and really focus down. So I'm hoping to spend some time on it this month. I think that'll be good. I want to finish Stardew Valley for real this time. So I'm actually putting my money where my mouth is at on this one. And I'm going to be doing additional streams to kind of help me get through Stardew. So, you know, expect a couple extra streams on the Twitch side, not the YouTube side. I'm going to be trying really hard to get that done. Because it is technically almost there. It's just unfortunately a very, very big game. And it takes a long, long time to get through it all. Especially when you're trying to stream every step of it. Let's see. The other thing I wanted to do is I want to find the most effective way to dig through this base, because it's a lot of digging and I don't want to spend a lot of time digging. World Eater is the obvious solution, but it's kind of against the rules of the server, so I probably can't World Eat all of this. So I gotta find some effective ways to dig it and get through it all. That's something I want to do. Hello Ace, what am I doing? I am currently working on my Minecraft base. What are you doing? Don't spam. That's cringe. But yeah, that's what I'm up to, is just working on my base. We're trying to drain out some water. It's not too much more to go, really. We're almost done, but that's what I'm working on right now. Yeah, I see. How many years did you play Minecraft? I've been playing Minecraft for about 13 years, I guess. Ever since 2012 on the Minecraft Xbox 360 edition. That's how long I've been playing. My first time playing Minecraft was at a friend's house, and then he got me into it enough that I had to beg my mom for an Xbox, and then the rest is history. I played so much. and then I never really stopped. I miss the old console edition. I miss, like, I don't miss it necessarily as in... I think what we have now is pretty good. Console edition ultimately was always going to fall behind eventually. But, I do miss it to an extent because the nostalgia of it was very, very important. And I don't have that same feeling of nostalgia as I do to that. That edition is very special to me. What's up? Not much. What's up with you? Well, what are you building? I am going to be building a mega base here. I'll kind of talk your guys' ear off about that here in a second. Break that really quick. There we go. So I'm currently draining out part of the ocean. And you can kind of see it here. I already did it on this side, and I've been doing it on these other sides here. But I've been draining it out, trying to get all the water removed so that I can dig down, all the way down to bedrock. This is like a 129 by 129 cylinder. And that goes all the way down to bedrock. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a skyscraper city inside of this cylinder. And then we're going to put a dome over top of that so that it caps it off. And then we're going to fill in the ocean again with water. And what that's going to do is it's going to create this... really cool effect that I think will look nice. And I think it's kind of a futuristic build, really. This is kind of what I hope the future looks like, is skyscrapers inside of domes. It would be really cool. Let's see. I'm asking Leon for advice. His DMs are shockingly open. Really? That's cool. What kind of advice are you looking for? Like how to frame the video, I guess, or acquiring creators to play in the video? I'm curious, just in general. He has done a ton of those videos. Oh, he absolutely has. He knows how to get creators. That's true. That's what I need. My guess is he's more than likely probably going to tell you something to the extent of just ask your friends. Because, I mean, I'll be honest, when I click on his videos, I don't watch it because I know there's going to be a creator in it. I usually end up watching it because I have punch 2 on that. I did not know that. I usually end up watching the video because the framing of it is very interesting, where, you know, the thumbnail and the title catch me in a specific way that it makes me go, oh, I need to watch this. He's actually responding wild. It doesn't necessarily surprise me, I'll be honest. Leon is a very, very nice guy. He never gave me the impression that there's a creator that's too small for him to talk to. In fact, he follows me on TikTok. I don't know if I've told you guys that. But the Leon SBU follows me on TikTok. I don't use my TikTok, but he follows me there. And you know, I'm very grateful for that. That's the biggest flex you have. Not necessarily, okay? That's not quite the biggest flex I have. The biggest flex I have is probably that Avid follows me on Twitch. Or at least he used to. I don't know if he unfollowed me, but he used to follow me on Twitch. That might be the biggest flex I have. Because, I mean, like, Avid is really cool. I know he probably doesn't think he's as cool as he is, but he's a really cool dude. Let's see, quote of the day. Quote of the day. The quote of the day is, never let fear control you. Because you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Something like that. Yeah. There's like probably a lot of flaw in that quote, but there you go. Hope you enjoyed that one, Waffle. It was free. Arson, hello, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. He has a different cast for all his videos. He's actually responding. Yeah, he's a cool dude. I think, really, you could probably ask just about any of the Skyblock Kingdoms people for advice, and I think they'd give it to you. I don't know who all has their DMs on, but for example, I know for a fact, you ask Kit for any advice, she's gonna give it to you. If you ask Elfie for any advice, he's gonna give it to you. If you ask Viking Pilot for any advice, he's gonna give it to you. As long as you have a way to get into contact with them and ask them in a non-rude manner, they will probably give you as much advice as you want. Because ultimately, they look at it from the perspective that YouTube isn't a competition. This isn't just some game that you need to keep all your industry secrets, you know? At the end of the day, YouTube isn't a competition, it's a community. And the second you can shift your perspective from saying, I need to beat insert person here, to saying, I need to join this person where they're at, your eyes will be open. Kit just friended me today. Actually, nice. Kit is cool. Kit is really cool. I am lucky to be in her friends list. Your brother for real? For real. What's up, Mr. Dog? Let's see. Jamal, please keep it English only. I can't read whatever you type there. Is that Arabic, maybe? Possibly. Could be wrong, but I think that's what it is. Brother, for real, nothing? I meant nothing. Ah, nothing. Nothing is a very interesting thing. Because it's hard for me to imagine nothing. In fact, I can't imagine nothing. Because the very concept of nothing is something. And this is gonna break your guys' mind. But for there to be nothing, for you to see nothing, means that there is an absence of light. There is an absence of matter. And for you to see nothing means that you have to be nothing. And there is simply no way for you to exist in the same space as nothing. Because by you being there, something exists. Very interesting. It's a very interesting thought, isn't it? Anyway, how long have you been doing YouTube? I've been doing YouTube for 3.5 years. Yeah, 3.5 years. Now, I would say I only really just started getting YouTube going within the last, I would say, 6 months or so. That's when the last couple of months of growth have been happening. But I've been doing YouTube for 3.5 months, or 3.5 years, sorry. A lot of trial and error, a lot of videos that were not good that have been unpublished, and a lot of attempts to keep improving myself and keep improving my content. I'm kind of proud of how far we've come with YouTube. I think it's gonna go even farther, but I'm proud of where I'm at already. I was gonna ask him to be in the video, but that's a stretch. My coin said no. I would say you could still ask him. It's about how you ask him, though. I 100% believe there's a opportunity where he could say yes. It's all just a matter of how your conversation goes right now, and you don't necessarily lead with it, but you just ask him, like, you know, hey, if you wanted to, you could be in the video. I understand if you're busy, though. But, you know, just saying something to that extent is perfectly acceptable. I mean, I think he'd respect it enough to say, you know, thanks for the invite, but I don't think I can, or I'd prefer to not, but, you know, let me know when it comes out and I may watch it, or something like that, you know. I think, he's a nice guy, truly. And I think it would be interesting. He may even go, you know, I wish people would invite me to their videos, but people never do because he's the guy that invites them to his video. So, you know, there's an opportunity there, maybe. Hello, Zach. This server is not joinable. This is my content creator server that I'm a part of called Twitch SMP. But I do have a server that you can join if you'd like. It's already posted in the chat right there. So join that if you'd like, but don't feel like you have to either. Let's see. Nice. I've only been doing YouTube for one. YouTube is fun. I enjoy it. I hope you're enjoying it too. Otherwise, I would say quit. If you don't enjoy doing content, it's hard to just keep doing it because it is an uphill battle all the time. There is no doubt about that. Let's see. That's a weird question, sure. Stream is going good. We're just chilling. Also, see you later, Mick. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate ya. Boop. What's the IP address? There was already an IP posted in chat. If you're wanting to join my viewer joinable server, that's the one. If you don't want to join that one and you're wanting to join this one, then I'm sorry to tell you, but you will be very disappointed because this one's a closed server. Let's see. Can I be in the video? The video. What video? I don't really do any videos with people. I kind of wanted to do some collabs this year, and I still sort of do. I just don't know what that would look like yet. But there is still some chances for that, possibly. I mean, I'll be in other people's videos, but it's different being in other people's videos. I want to do something with someone where I make a video and they make a video, and, you know, those both are kind of off of each other's ideas. I don't know if that makes any sense. We do a recording for them, we do a recording for me kind of deal. Let's see. I mean, he is a nice enough guy to not, like, block me if I ask. Yeah, he's not gonna block you. It's all about how you ask as well, you know? Don't like, just straight up say, will you be in my video? But, you know. You could just simply ask if he'd be interested in being in it or not. Let's see. I I'm enjoying it. Yes, it is. I'm 14 doing YouTube. Nice. Might not want to put your age in chat. Yeah, putting your age in chat isn't safe for online safety. YouTube itself doesn't really have an issue with it, but I would highly recommend that you guys don't type your ages in chat. It's not usually a good idea. You plan on making a video for the Copper Golem? I watched someone's and it looks pretty cool, but I wasn't sure if you did videos on Bedrock snapshots or just Java. I don't usually do videos on Bedrock, but I was going to do a video about the Copper Golem because it is going to be on Java, and it was about an announcement. However, I was going to. I did record it. It was 20 minutes long, and I realized I rambled through most of it, and I decided I was just going to make a different video instead. You guys are getting the day in the life of King. That's going to be probably, like, not the next video, but it's probably my next big video. That's going to be coming out soon. I'm probably about halfway through editing it, I think. So I'm not too far off on it. I don't know if it's gonna turn out well or not, but it's a video. It's a video and a half. Let's see. It'd be rude to block someone I don't know though. For asking, yeah, it would 100% be rude. I could not imagine a world where I block someone just because they ask me to be in their video. Now, if, like, they kept asking me over and over again and wouldn't accept my answer, that's a different story. I'm not blocking them for asking at that point. I'm blocking them because they're harassing me, which I have done. I have blocked people for harassing me. That's a whole can of worms that we could get back into. But I probably shouldn't, because I'm a better person than that. I am a better person than that. I promise, okay? Let's see. Nice, I don't edit. I try not to edit very much if I can avoid. I try to make my recordings as simple as needed so that I can do as simple of an edit as possible. And so that means that I try to make as little mistakes as possible, so I plan what I'm going to say before I say it. And then I just press the record button, and I say what I'm going to say, and do what I'm going to do. And that usually saves me from having to do a ton of edits. I still have to do some small stuff here and there. I still have to add some music and all that, but it's not too bad. Let's see. I'm 47. Also, hi, hello, Flames. Hello. Boop. And boop. Yep. And boop. 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 Let's see. 47 for real. I'm also 47. The only difference is I look like it. I'm sure Flames actually looks like a spring chicken or something. I haven't seen your videos before, and I already love your channel. I appreciate that. Thank you. I usually make Minecraft news videos, and then I've been trying to do some tutorials as well. And then I've also been working on a series in the background. It's nowhere near being ready, but that's gonna be out hopefully this year at some point, and you guys will hopefully love it because I don't know what to do if you don't. I'll cry. That's what I'll do. Oop. You don't look 47? Well, I appreciate that. I've been asked if I was a dad already. It usually comes up when we're talking about fatherhood, and then I'm like, people are like, "Oh, are you a dad?" I'm like, "No." They're like, "Oh, Okay. Well, you're gonna make a great dad one day. Like, oh, I already give off the look and the vibe. Let's go. I'm an old man. And that's okay. That is okay. I think you'd be a great YouTuber, thank you. That's the hope. I would love to be a YouTuber. I spend a lot of time doing YouTube. I spend a lot of time making videos. I spend a lot of time streaming. Because this is what I like to do. Okay. You look like you're in your mid-20s, actually. I'll take that. I am going to be 21 in a little less than a week. Which is crazy. Your dad of 1.12k feet. Yeah, you're not exactly wrong. Alright, let me check out my DMs really quick, Siftu. There. Sorry. Okay. I would consider changing some of the wording on that first paragraph, like you said, Swiftu. See what else. Let me read the rest of this. Yeah, I would change the wording. You could. Yeah. Okay. I think you're already working on that. Okay. Sweet. I'm gonna get back to Minecraft really quick. Hello, Stratus. Welcome on in. How are you doing? Good to see you. What are you doing in this live stream? I am working on a mega build. And so what we're doing right now is we're trying to drain out the ocean. And then we're going to be digging a big hole. That hole will go down to bedrock. And then we'll build our base inside of that hole. So right now what I'm doing is just digging up the sand. So I just need a lot of sand to fill in the water. That's all. Okay. Oh, it's your birthday. Yeah, I'm not gonna drink. I know a lot of people get really hyped for drinking, and I don't get it. I'm gonna be so real with you guys. Like, you guys do what you want. This is no way me judging you guys if this is something you're interested in, but I don't understand drinking. Like, yes, let me just ingest this literal poison and put it into my body. I'm going to subject my mind to this toxin so that I get drunk, which is going to make me lose some amount of control over my own mind and emotions. And it's gonna be fun. And like, I don't get that, but I also don't get getting high, and a lot of people love getting high. like getting addicted to that stuff as well is a whole other thing. The whole possibility of that being there is not fun. And that is in no way or shape or form me making fun of people who get addicted to that stuff. It's just, I would not ever subject myself to possibly getting addicted to it. It's just not good. I hate Twitch on mobile so much. Hi, Twitch King. Hello, how's it going, Flames? Good to see you. Welcome back to the Twitch side. Also, thank you for submitting your taxes, and let me get some water here. Thank you, Swiftu. I got the PlayStation working. Nice. That's awesome, Coral. Good job. Hopefully it stays working. You talk kind of quiet, but that's okay. I like quiet people. I'm a quiet person myself. I don't love doing the whole super energetic thing that everybody does. You know, it's okay to be super energetic, and it's cool to be able to sustain that for a long period of time, but that's just not who I am. I can respect it, and I get very energetic at times myself. I mean, when you guys... When I start running with a bit, you guys will never hear me, like, be so energetic. I mean, I'll start vocal grinding so hard, and I'm gonna get super into the bit. Like, it's fun. It's fun to do that, but like, that's not who I am all the time. I'll do that in real life, but I'm not gonna do that like all the time. That's just, it feels fake for me to do that. Now, if that's something you guys do, or that's something your favorite creator does, no judgment. It's just, for me personally, I can't do it. Let's see. Is it good if I just delete the last bit and cut the last two sentences from the first paragraph? Did you ever get the new PC? No, I didn't. But I did fix part of my PC, so it's working better now. I do want to get a new PC though. It's just very expensive. Let's see. Drink water. I hate Twitch on mobile so much. You're amazing. Thank you very much, Earth Aaron. Appreciate it. Fair enough. Everyone's different. I'll probably have one drink spit out because it's gonna be awful and never drink again. I've heard it doesn't even taste good. So, you know, I don't feel like I'm gonna be missing too much. Let me read this draft really quick. Yeah, that's good. I think with the previous draft, having mentioned so many names, it made it almost feel like you were name dropping. With, you know, not huge names, but you were still name dropping. That's kind of how it looked probably to an outsider. Which is why we probably both looked at it and said, this feels weird. The current draft you have now is pretty good. I like that. You can still name some people if you need to. Just to say, like, you know, I'm not just going for you because of your number or whatever, but I think the current draft you have is actually pretty good. And it doesn't look like you're pressuring or anything either. It's just saying, like, hey, I'm doing this thing. I think you'd be really cool for it, and I wanted to give you a chance to be a part of it. And then whatever he says, you know, that's fine. It's a long shot anyway, just due to the fact of how this all works, but wouldn't you rather take the long shot than no shot at all? Let's see. Me too. Do you have a multi-monitor setup? Yes, I have 3 monitors. I have 2 curved monitors and then 1 flat. So I've got my main monitor in front of me, which is an Acer. It is a 144 hertz, 28-inch screen. And it's curved. And then I've got a Samsung curved screen to my left. It's a Samsung. It's a 60 hertz screen. I use it for my stream stuff. So I can see all of my, I can see my OBS, I can see any browser windows that I need open right now. I can see your chats. That's where all of that is housed. And on my flat screen over here, it's an old HP. Still runs on VGA, so I had to buy a converter for it. And it takes care of all of my Discord. So I can look over there, and anytime I get a message, I can see it over there. I can quickly get over there if I need to take care of an emergency really quick. VGA? Yeah, VGA. It's that old. I'm gonna cry if you guys... Imagine I asked what's VGA. I was gonna say, if you guys start asking what is VGA, I might cry. Let's see. That's fun. Swift too. And Flames. I'm not gonna read your message out loud either. Just because Swifty, you vanished literally to hide that. That, you know, you're not wrong. It's just funny. It's a little silly. Okay, boop. Here we go. Let's see. Whenever I do lives, I either have to use a laptop with no monitor or I have to use my phone. That's fair. I used to. My setup used to be really crazy, guys, okay? I used to only have 2 monitors, so I would do my stream stuff and chat on one side and my game on the other. And then I didn't have a camera. You know what I did? Use my phone. And it would sit off to the side here. And it would look at me. And I used that as my camera for like 4 months. And I didn't have any special light, but you guys only ever saw me from this angle. This was me for the longest time. And then you could see like a part of a doorway and a wall right there. That was about it. Let's see, my laptop has it. I stream on, a camera? Yeah. Yeah, I stream off of a desktop, so I don't, unfortunately, I didn't have that option, but, laptop cameras aren't actually too bad. Is that white object in the back of your room a Wii? That one right there? Yes, that is a Wii. Oh, VGA, okay, I got it. My laptop can somehow manage to have a second monitor. I don't know how it's not the best. That's fair. It's W that it can, though. Video graphic adapter. Did you look it up? Also, here's your 360 axis. Whoa. 360. Yay, I'm busy. I'm old. Just one little twirl and I'm already ready to kind of fall over. Oh boy. Okay, I'm dizzy. Wow. That should not have messed with me as much as it did. I have a Wii original. Oh, okay, Wii original Xbox and original PlayStation. Nice. That Wii is actually my brother's. I need to fix it for him, so I'm supposed to open it up sometime. But it's been a couple of months since he gave it to me to fix, and I just haven't. I feel bad about that, but it's hard to find time. But I do want to work on that a little bit. He's got an Xbox 360, an Xbox One, the PlayStation 2, all those things. They're all things that I used to have, but I don't play on consoles anymore. I only play PC now. And so, unfortunately, I just haven't had the opportunity to play those things. But I do need to actually work on them a little bit, all those consoles, because they probably have a lot of dust trapped in them, and so they're running way too hot, which is causing issues with his games. And I don't love that, so I'm probably gonna open up a couple of those and see if I can fix them. Let's see, I'm starting to feel the old back sore, knees cracking more, etc. Yep. It's crazy. Young people are aging faster than, like, any generation before. And as far as I'm aware, there's not, like, a clear reason to this other than stress. And I don't know why that is, because quite literally we have had several generations who have had it way worse than us and have had it way more stressful. However, the only thing I can think of that would be causing more stress now than before is social media, where everybody can see what everybody else is doing, and comparison is the thief of all joy. And so if you're constantly being shown what everybody else is doing, then you're only ever going to feel like you're behind, even though they're probably behind in other aspects of life. Is X-ray allowed on your multiplayer server? No. No, it is not. Is the mace weapon your favorite weapon? I actually don't ever use the mace. I prefer a good old sword. But I don't mind the mace. I think it's a cool enough thing. I don't utilize it really. How's your water so clear? I use a shader pack called Complementary Shaders. If you do !shaders in the chat, it'll give you a video link to the exact tutorial I made to downloading shaders for Minecraft Java and the settings I use to obtain how this looks. If you're on Bedrock, just use Vibrant Visuals. But yeah, I use a shader pack. That's why it's so clear. Mine is from bad posture and sitting a lot while gaming. That's fair. I use Complementary Reimagined. Boop. Lovely clouds. I used to use Complementary Unbound, but I've fallen in love with these clouds. They look so good. As for your bad posture comment, yeah, I tend to agree. Mine is from that, but it's also from a lot of other things. My body does not work like it's supposed to. Is this fake? No, but your mom is. Hello, Kenneth. Welcome on in. I'm sorry, I didn't have to do your mom like that. That was crazy. Hi. Is that Jack Black plushie in the background on your bed? Yes. Yes, it is. He's my friend. He's one of my only friends. And I love him very dearly. He's great. He's amazing. My prized possession. Let's see. I'm fixing my laptop that I did streaming on. Oh, what's wrong with it? I've done a lot of work on computers in my time, so I'm very familiar with working on that kind of stuff. But there we go. Let's see. Reimagine is my favorite for my PC, but I use potato shaders for my potato laptop. That's fair. Potato shaders was decent. It did the job for the specs. I would say decent enough. Let's see. How does the terrorist feed his child? Here comes the airplane. That's awful, but that's amazing. uh, keeps on deleting its OS. Like just by itself? If that's the case, it depends on your hard drive. Your hard drive might be failing. That's a very possible thing. If it's not, it could also just be a virus deep within your system, which if it's deleting your OS, I would say you need to reinstall your BIOS as well, which is a little troublesome, especially on laptops, because you gotta know exactly what model it is and then what BIOS to get and all that kind of stuff. But that might be one of your better bets if it keeps deleting itself. Because it sounds like you have a very deeply ingrained virus. That's the only reason it should be deleting its operating system. Unless, it depends on what operating system you're using as well. There may be something funky going on in the settings. That's especially true with open source operating systems, where there's not as much testing that necessarily goes on before it gets to you. So there's some options there. Thank you for subscribing, appreciate it. To all of you who have subscribed, there's been a couple people that said they subscribed. I appreciate you all, seriously. Is that Java Edition? Yes, I'm currently playing Minecraft Java Edition. I do have a viewer joinable server that plays for both Bedrock and Java, so if that's a thing you guys like to join, I play that every Monday and Friday. It's called King SMP. If you do !IP in the chat, it will get you the info for that. But yes, this is Java. Let's see. You know, we talked just very, very briefly about my birthday. I need to go ahead and quickly go on a tangent there. The birthday stream. I've done it in the past, and I really don't know if I'm gonna do it this year. On one hand, like, streaming is like one of the highlights of my day, in all honesty. But on the inverse of that, it would be kind of nice to just take the whole day off and do something else. But I don't know what else I would do. I'd probably make videos, which isn't really taking the whole day off. So, you know, that's a thing. But I am debating on whether or not I'm going to do that. If I do it, I know for Twitch I'm going to enable the gifted sub discount so that everybody can gift subs at a reduced rate. I don't remember what the rate is, but there's a new feature on Twitch where you can do that. So I'm going to enable that. And I will probably... I would like to offer some rewards for it, kind of like a subathon. But I wouldn't do it uncapped subathon. Like, I hate the idea of that, just knowing how long I could be there. But maybe, possibly, who knows? You know what? Maybe I should sit there and actually try to think of an uncapped subathon. I would be willing to sit here for $100 a day. So I just gotta figure out how much, what the dollar to hour ratio would be, and then we'd be set. The laptop is a ProBook 6570B. I'm not familiar with that exact model, but there's probably a lot of online documentation about it that could help you out a lot. Because I'm on mobile, so I can only be on Bedrock. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, we have we have a server that you can join. Then it functions off of Java mechanics, but it does allow Bedrock players to still join, which is awesome. I have a question. How have you gained so many subs recently? I'm impressed. Teach me your ways. I wish I knew. I really do. I wish I knew. Some of it is just right place, right time. Some of it is, some of it is, like, just luck. But the thing about luck is you need to maximize your opportunity for that luck to strike. So, consistency has been key. I've been, making a lot of videos. I've been doing a lot of streams. Streams have been very helpful as well. Streaming on YouTube is a game changer. But the truth of the matter is, I really don't know, because I did stream on YouTube for a couple of weeks, couple of months really, and nothing happened for the longest time. And now, like, suddenly I do get, like, some views on YouTube. In fact, more often than not, I think YouTube is actually outpacing Twitch in terms of viewership, which is crazy to me. I never in my wildest dreams thought that that was going to be the case, but it's happening. And about the only thing I can think of right now is I've met a lot of really cool people, and they haven't necessarily been giving me shout-outs, but they haven't, but some of them have dropped raids on my YouTube streams. They've done redirects for me, which definitely helped at especially starting some things out. And then a lot of it has also just been, I've been getting better at making thumbnails, doing titles, figuring out what stops people in their tracks, because doing a vertical form stream is actually, like, the most S-tier play you can have, because you show up in everybody's shorts feed. And so as long as you're doing something interesting, as long as you're talking constantly, you can stop somebody from scrolling. You don't necessarily have to have the best thumbnail, because it's not about thumbnails on the short form. It's all about what you're seeing and about what you're hearing right when you enter. So long as you can figure out what will get somebody to stop their click every time, or stop their swipe every time that they hit your stream, you're set. YouTube is an interesting place, and the landscape is changing, but I truly believe anybody could probably load up a stream right now and do short form and start to find some success there. It's all about consistency at the end of the day. You still have to put in the work, still put in the effort, but you can easily do this. Let me quickly pop over here. !mark IP. If you guys are wanting to join my Minecraft server, it's right there in chat. Okay. Joshua Block World of T-shirts. Bro became sober. Base. What? I don't know who that is, but okay. That's not me. I've always been sober though. No drinks for me, man. No drinks, no drugs. Just live with your mind fully intact. It sounds pretty nice. Okay. It came out when I was born, 2011. Dang. Old computer. Old computer. You're at 1.13K now. I truly don't know why why the number keeps going. You know, outside of like the obvious, somebody on the other side of the screen is clicking the button because they said your content is funny enough, entertaining enough, it's helpful enough that I want to see it more. But I don't understand what I've done necessarily to earn that. And I may not ever truly ever understand. But I'm grateful for it. You know, the number keeps going up. The number just keeps going up, and
Hello there.
I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Let's pick up some of this. You're welcome. I'm Kenneth Alt, so you get sub. Thank you very much, Hamburger. Appreciate it. Shorts are so easy to make. Depending on what you do, I've remade my shorts recently. You can post small compilations of Twitch clips and post them. Yeah, you can. I'm not a huge fan of shorts, in all honesty. I've tried to make them. I have 100 shorts ideas that I could make right now. I just really don't like making them. And if this is something that I truly want to do forever, then I need to do something that I'm going to love. And so, you know, while Shorts is an easy subscriber farm, and it would probably help boost my viewership on live streams, it's not necessarily something that I feel like I have to do. I'm more interested in doing long form, and then, you know, doing live streams especially is like something I love. I love live streams so much. But I also respect the shorts grind. I think it's a cool thing. It's just, it doesn't always translate to being another type of viewer. You know, a lot of people think that they should try to convert people over from one platform to another, or from one format to another. So converting people who watch streams over to their videos, people who watch videos over to their streams, people who watch shorts to their videos and streams, so on and so forth. But the truth of the matter is, most people on YouTube are watching what they watch because that's what they want to watch at that time. Unless you just have that good of a video and that kind of poll that makes somebody want to go watch a long form video after watching, you know, 20,000 shorts because their brain is rotting, you know, not to offend anybody, but, you know, that was just a simple observation of, you know, the fact that a lot of people's attention spans are short. So unless you can promise a very, very, very good video that will have the same level of entertainment for somebody who's already watching shorts, there's almost no good reason to give it a pull or a push so that your video gets more pull, because most people aren't going to even go over there, and if they do, it's probably going to ruin your retention rate. Let's see, what are you building? I'm building my mega base, so let me go ahead and show you guys here. Also, it's good to meet you, writer for Life Loves Jesus. It's really dark, but I'm building this base here. So what's going to happen is we're draining out the ocean over here, and then we're digging a hole. It's a big 129 by 129 cylinder, and it's going to go all the way down to bedrock. Then once we're done with that, we're going to be putting in skyscrapers in there. Then we're going to put a dome over top of all that, and we'll flood it all with water again so that I can get to see that this ocean city is in here. It's going to be really cool. It's kind of something I have an idea of what the future could be like. You know, I truly believe that, you know, one day we'll be out in the ocean with these huge cities, and it would be really, really cool to see, I think. Kenny, I prefer waffles personally, but I don't diss the pancakes, you know. Pancakes are good too. But I personally like waffles better. Oh. There we go. Let's see. As a third generation i5 with 4 gigs of RAM with integrated graphics, I see. That RAM is a big one that's going to hold you back, unfortunately. Most of that's probably being eaten up by your operating system, sadly. Now, there's some things you can do to optimize your performance and keep it running smooth, but you know, you work with what you got, and I think that's one of the cool things about content. No matter what you're working with to start with, you can probably get somewhere on YouTube. You know, Mr. Beast started with just a camera, and that's literally how he started. And like, you know, all the videos people know by him now are, you know, $1 million productions, but you know, he didn't start that way. He worked his way up. And that's awesome. That's awesome. And I think everybody could take a page out of his book. Now, that doesn't mean go be Mr. Beast, you know, go be you. Go be you, okay? But take a page out of his book and see what he did. You know, it's all well and good to want better equipment, but you gotta do something in order to get that equipment. So sometimes that means working a job to go get, you know, better gear. Sometimes that means working extra hard on YouTube to get monetized so that you can afford the gear. You know, whatever that takes, you know. Whatever it takes to get to the next level. But eventually it all comes down to, you could have the nicest gear in the world, but if you don't have the skills, that gear means nothing. I know a lot of people who have spent so much time trying to get their gear perfected, get their branding perfected, but they never took the time to actually just start. And they're gonna have a hard time when they finally do start. You know, I'm a perfectionist too, but why is my ping so crappy? What the heck? The thing is, you know, branding isn't going to get you followers. It isn't going to get you viewers. It isn't going to get you this. It isn't going to get you that, you know. What's going to get you those things is your personality. The one thing that you bring to the table that nobody else can bring is you. And if you're not ready to bring you to the table, then people aren't going to be ready to watch you, because that's ultimately what your content is about. Anyway, I'm sorry, I went on a side tangent there. Let me go and read. Shorts are usually used for easy views. Yes. And I mean, they're not bad. It's just dependent on what your goals are with YouTube. If you're just trying to get a lot of views, go with shorts. If you're wanting views and subs, go to shorts. If you're wanting to make like some amount of income, I would recommend going the longer route with if you're wanting a more sustainable income source, sorry, I would go with long form, because it's easier to get sponsors for long form. The ad revenue pays better, and the viewership is pretty consistent for the same amount of work. Whereas shorts, you have to put in a lot of work to get a lot of videos out to even meet your, 90 million, 90, what is it? I forget what it is to get monetized on YouTube. Hang on. I know it's 4,000 hours of watch time and 1,000 subscribers, but on YouTube Shorts, you have to get 10 million subscribers in the last 90 days. That takes a lot of work. I mean, if you just, like, let's just math that really quick. So 10 million divided by 90, that is 111,111.111 shorts viewed every single day in that 90 days. That's a lot of work. That's really hard. That means you've got to post, like, let's say you do 2 shorts a day. That's 55,555.5556 views on each of those shorts that you post each day. That's a lot of work. That is a lot. Now, that's not to say it's impossible, but to get 4,000 hours of watch time, that's a lot more doable. I'm actually really close to having 3,000 hours of watch time. And I'm not going to sit here and nickel and dime everybody for wanting to watch me. It's all about how you monetize as well, which is a thing a lot of people miss. I'm not here to get rich quick, but I am here to enjoy the journey and hopefully make a little bit of a living so that I can keep doing it forever. But I'm not going to sit here and beg people to give me money. I'm not going to demand that I get, I don't know, that I get a membership in order to stream to you. Like, member-only streams are okay, but I don't want to make that like a regular occurrence. You know, that's like a special thing. Like, oh, hey, you know, we're doing this really cool thing today, and it's not going to be super entertaining to the vast majority of people, but to those of you who do want just more of me for whatever reason, then you can watch this stream, which is for members only. And, you know, let that be. It doesn't have to be this huge thing where you're locking your regular content behind doors and such. Let's see. Hello, Sebastian. I have X-ray, but I don't use it. That's fair. I have X-ray, but I don't use it. I use it just to test to make sure our anti-X-ray stuff is working. I use it to also look for X-rayers on other servers that I moderate for. Let's see. I recently switched over to YouTube. The only benefits I think Twitch has is how easy it is to get affiliate and channel point features. Yeah, channel points is really good. The live streaming experience is superior on YouTube, or not YouTube, sorry, Twitch. Purely because of channel points. But the audience potential is much, much higher on YouTube, especially if you already make videos. If all you're doing is streaming, it's not going to necessarily be the greatest thing in the world. But, you know, I think, truthfully speaking, everybody should be streaming on YouTube. And if you can do both, stream on both. Both YouTube and Twitch, or YouTube and TikTok. When you do social media, when you guys do social media, one big thing that you should be doing is pick 2 platforms. Because if you try to do more than 2, you're going to find that you're going to start failing. And it's okay to have more than 2. You should have an account on every platform. But you should only be posting on 2. My 2 platforms are Twitch and YouTube. Now, I do other things outside of that. Like, I post on Twitter every once in a while. I would like to start posting on TikTok and Instagram again. I've thought about streaming on TikTok, Instagram, I've even thought about streaming on Kick at points, just to see if it's really all that good or not. However, I don't foresee it being any good. But, you know, those are all very possible things that I would like to do. But I recognize my bandwidth right now, not internet-wise, but speaking from physical capabilities, you know, there's only so many hours in a day. How much of that time is going to be taken up by having to set up that stuff? Is it really a wise idea for me to create more work on myself by trying to post more on these other platforms that I don't have a need to be on? Now, I may look at it and say, yeah, I want to be on TikTok more. I need to talk to some creators about that. I know there's a couple of people who could probably vouch for TikTok being good or bad. And that's something I very much want to learn about, is learning, is TikTok going to help me in the long run, or is it going to, you know, is it just its own platform? Because if it's its own platform, then I'm not going to sit there and bother with it, because I ultimately don't foresee myself being on TikTok long term. It's something purely to feed my other platforms. That's what I'd be there for. But on the off chance that it, you know, it pops off and it does well and it feeds my other platforms, it's well worth it to do that in the short run. But who knows? Who knows? I don't. Let's see. I dream of getting sponsored by companies like Logitech or a PC site. That'd be sick. That'd be really sick. I actually have made really good relations recently with a game company. And I mean, they send me game keys all the time, and I don't accept most of them, but they send me keys for every single game they make. And I love that, because it feels like I've actually done something meaningful. Because I've only ever played one of their games. But they've been sending me so many keys. And, you know, every time, when I did play it the one time, they said, hey, we saw that you played it, we love your thing, or your piece of content. We noticed that you said there was some of these issues. We're going to be addressing that in the next update. Also, contact us again if you play, because we want to give you more keys for the game to give away to your audience. It's like, dude, that's awesome. That's great. That's cool. And they've been sending me more keys to try out their games, and more keys that in hopes that I'll play it. And they said, if you play, hey, tell us if you're gonna play, because we'll give you more keys to give away to your audience. Like last time, I think they gave me three keys, which was awesome. But you know, there's always a chance of more. And I would like to play more of their games. It's just they don't necessarily fit the vibe of what my current streams look like. And I don't know if they're things you guys would be interested in. But maybe in the future. Let's see. Real iron can get diamonds. Get a good dream. Always have a good dream. Always shoot for the stars. Because even if you don't hit the stars, you'll land somewhere in Kansas. Yeah. Kansas is farther than what you've ever been, probably. Unless you live in Kansas. And if you live in Kansas, I'm sorry. If you don't live in Kansas, and you're wondering why I apologize if you live in Kansas, it's because I've lived near Kansas, and it was a whole lot of corn and not much else. Let's see. If I streamed on YouTube and Twitch, my laptop and router would explode. That's fair. King doesn't ask for money, that's why he's got me. You guys should subscribe on his Twitch, you're welcome. Nah, don't subscribe to me, guys. It's not worth it. Now, when memberships and super chats release on YouTube, I may allow you guys to do that. There's gonna be some things that I would like to do with memberships and super chats and stuff to kind of make it more fun. But that's a little ways away. I've still got some time. But I always want to make sure it's worth your guys' while when you give me your... I feel like Twitch is kind of a waste of money when you guys give it to me there because it costs so much and all you get is like ad-free viewing. The emotes aren't even really that good. But, I mean, you know, I'd like to make some more emotes. I've got a couple ideas. One of them is, I think I called it affectionately KingRegNog, which is Fat King, basically. And I love the idea so much. It's just I have to actually learn how to draw it or I've got to commission somebody to do it. Either way, I so want to do it. It's just, it's only a matter of time. How close are you to being able to make money on here? I guess pretty close. Not like close, but pretty close. I am currently, what is that? Let me just pull out my calculator and do it the fast way. We need 3,000, we're at 2,722. I am 278 hours of watch time away on the first level of monetization, so that would be memberships, super chats, and shopping links. And then I would be about 1,278 away from ad revenue, which is really the thing I need is ad revenue because that's a more stable form of income. And it's not super intrusive for you guys, but I looked into the RPM for it. It's like $2.50. So if you're getting, right now I'm getting like 30,000 views a month. So if you get 30,000 times 250, yeah, sorry, 30 times 250. That's the correct way to do math. That's $75 right there. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Especially when you combine that with, what do you call it? Twitch. You know, I don't make a ton of money off of Twitch, but I'll be very transparent with you guys. I do get a little bit. I get like $40 a month off of there, which is a lot for me. That's a lot for a lot of content creators. Most people don't even make like $10 a month. So I'm very grateful that I make, you know, $40 a month off of Twitch. But it really gets to the point where it's like, I'm suddenly not going bankrupt, and because I can't get a job for whatever reason, trust me, I've tried. It really does kind of put some pressure away from me, because it's like, I'm not actively losing money anymore. I'm gaining ever so slightly. I mean, it's not much, but it would be something. And I could reinvest that into the stream stuff, into videos, into making sure that you guys are getting the best content possible. Quite honestly, what a lot of that's probably going to go to immediately is upgrading King SMP, because I'm sick of paying a host to host my server and then get garbage results out of it. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of it. But, you know, I'm really hoping that I can just do my own in-house server and that will run fine enough. If it doesn't, then, you know, we'll go back to the drawing board, but I have a feeling we can build a pretty nice system. Okay, boop. Can you join your SMP? Not right now. No, I only play on Mondays and Fridays. I'm gonna be changing up the schedule as soon as this base is done, because I probably will be leaving this server when that happens. We'll just have to wait and see. But I will be on there a lot more once that's done. Hello, Tung Tung. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. I'm back. Was just testing your Bedrock server. Nice. What did you think of it? What is your rig specs? I have 64 gigabytes of RAM, an RTX 3070 GPU, and then I have a Ryzen 9 3900. Is it 3900 XT? Let me double check that last one. Yeah, Ryzen 9 3900 XT 12-core processor. I built this like 4 years ago, 5 years ago. I don't know. Back when like all the shortages were happening. It would have been 4 years ago for the graphics card. Because I won the graphics card lottery, essentially. You had to put your name into a drawing every week in order to hope that your name would get drawn, and then you could buy your graphics card. But the thing was, the graphics card wasn't always the one you wanted, and it may have been paired with things that you didn't want or need. So I ended up having to buy a GPU with a power supply that I just didn't need or want. Needless to say, I was kind of salty about that because I already had a working power supply, but I ended up having to buy another one in order to buy my graphics card. But I got my graphics card. It cost me a lot, but it works. It still runs very well. And quite honestly, the only issues I've had with my PC in recent time is overheating issues, and that was because I used an AIO, an all-in-one cooler. And those are great, except for the fact that they break, like, really quickly. So I upgraded over to a air cooling system. So there's no pump, it's just 2 fans and then a radiator, and it does a pretty good job keeping things cool. Okay, what does eSATA do? Well, I'm just assuming based off of the term SATA, that's a storage. I'm not familiar with eSATA myself, but it sounds like it probably has to do with, like, not online storage, but network-based storage to an extent. So, not publicly accessible, but a network-accessible drive, more than likely, is what it sounds like to me. However, I'm not 100% certain. I'm not familiar with eSATA. I'm just familiar with what I know, which is like NVMe drives, and man, the server is lagging. Why? I'm familiar with that stuff more than I am eSATAs and things of that nature. Let's see. I live right next to Kansas. Nice. I could see Nuggy doing it for you. They did KingRegNog. Maybe. I don't know. There's a chance. I don't see Nuggy very much anymore. But maybe. Possibly. I don't know who I would hire to do it necessarily. I really like Kit's emojis that she has for her Twitch channel, and she made hers herself. So I'd even consider asking her to do it. Pay her whatever she wants for it. I don't know what the going rate for emojis is, but I'm sure she would probably undervalue her emotes, so I'd probably have to pay her twice the amount. Just because
Hello there.
I don't trust her to set a fair price for herself. Hacker Boy, thank you for subscribing, appreciate it. So there's a very good chance I'd spend like $30 on an emote, which I think is fair. That right there would be fair, because you get it forever. You get it forever. You have merch rights. You have you know, it's an advertising piece essentially that you pay for once and then have for the rest of your life. So KingRegNog, $30 piece. I think that's a good idea. When is Ron coming back? Are you talking like Minecraft Ron? Like the NPC? I don't know why that's what's coming to my head, but that's what's in my head. Is that the Ron you're talking about? Because if so, probably never. But maybe one day, who knows? Boop. Okay. You know what, Ron? I don't know what, Ron. Let's see. Did you rip Technoblade? I miss Technoblade. He's cool. Let's see. Technoblade never dies. Technoblade never dies. Let's go. Technoblade was awesome. I am bummed that I will never actually get to meet him, because he was such a cool dude. Such a cool dude. I'm gonna hit my dog. Why are you being so edgy? What is the XP thing for now? I have no clue. It's something new that YouTube introduced. But it's an interesting thing. I think it's meant to compete with TikTok. They also have a leaderboard thing, which is based off of how often you chat and then based off of donations as well. So it's an interesting thing. What time is it for you right now? It's about 10:30 a.m. for me. Oh boy, it's 10:30 for you. Then you're 11 hours ahead of me. Or no, sorry. You're 13 hours ahead of me. Are you from the Philippines? You don't have to answer that. It's 9:30 for me. 9:30 p.m. Philippines, or you could be from Australia. I think one of their time zones is 13-hour difference. I don't know. Let's see. $40 ain't bad. I'm also in the job looking phase. Got my driver's permit back in April, so that's a positive. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I've been looking for a job. The problem that I'm in right now is the job market sucks, especially for people who don't have a college degree, because I've graduated high school, and in order to get a job, a lot of people are already out of jobs in my local area, just due to companies reducing their staff. And so a lot of those people who did have degrees are going and applying for these lower tier jobs that I'm qualified for. So things like Walmart, Starbucks, and you know, these no degree workplaces. Well, these people who have degrees have to go there because they can't get other jobs yet, and they're living paycheck to paycheck, so they just gotta be making something. So until the market normalizes out, I'm screwed. Unfortunately. You know, I could probably apply to McDonald's. That's like my last option. And it's one I truly don't want to go work at. But I will if I have to. And so right now, YouTube seems to be pretty close to working out. And I can't help but feel like that's for a reason. So I'm going to keep trying. Xander, hello, welcome on in. It's 7:38 p.m. for you. 7:38. So that would be Central Standard Time, or Central Daylight Time, sorry. Right? No. Sorry. No, that's not it. Your Mountain Time. Your Mountain Time. I knew that. I knew that. Mountain Time isn't bad. I've never actually lived in the Mountain Time, but I have visited it. It was a time. It was certainly a time. It was okay. I wish I have lived there, though. I've lived in a lot of states. I've lived in Eastern Time again, or no. I've lived in Eastern Time, Central Time, Eastern Time again, Central Time again, and now I live in Eastern Time again. I'd like to kind of make my way out to the Pacific and the Mountain Time, though, and live there for a little bit. Because, I mean, why not? Why not live in all the time zones at some point in your life? I have a lot of friends who live in both of those time zones as well. Especially recently, I've been making friends who live in Mountain Time, but I've made a lot of friends a long time ago who live in the Pacific Time. You know, it'd be kind of nice to be near people I already know. But I don't know. Who knows? I don't. Let's see. I'm not on Twitch since I can't, but I would like to redeem a hydrate. Okay, I got you. Here you go. Appreciate it. I'll give you more sand, 35 sand. I appreciate the thought, but unfortunately, I don't think you can really get it to me. But I appreciate that green stick figure. I hope you're doing well. Hopefully Alan Becker is treating you nicely. I'm assuming you're that green stick figure. And if you are, W. We love to see it. Okay. I really want to finish all the sand placement today, but I don't know if that's going to happen or not. There were some other things I wanted to talk about. Right. We were talking about goals. I don't know how we got off of the goals topic, but that's one thing I wanted to go back to, is talking about goals and what goals I have coming up for July. So I briefly went over July already for Twitch, which was spend a day working on my website. I want to get that done. I want to finish Stardew Valley, which is going to happen. I can feel it. I need to figure out the most effective way to dig out this current base that I'm working on, and I kind of want to do a birthday stream. So those are like my Twitch goals for July. Now my YouTube goals, those are a little different. A lot of them are just actually fulfilling promises that I already made for you guys. So I want to start my tutorial video backlog, which I got to working on, but I didn't get to work on it very long because I was on a break. So I had a backlog. I just lost it immediately. But, you know, I do want to go back to working on that. I want to work on a video for the history of Minecraft capes and cover how each of them were obtained and, you know, kind of cover some rumors about other capes and all that kind of stuff. I think it'd be really interesting to cover all the capes and how to get them and what they were and how many people have each one. You know, that would be really interesting. Of course, I have my day in the life video, which I've been working on, and that's been a really fun project. It's halfway done, just about. And I think it's turning out okay. It's not a perfect video by any means, but neither is my life, so I kind of like keeping it the way it is. And then, of course, there's also the 1K Q&A, which I have accepted all the questions for so far. I gotta sort through them and figure out which ones are going to be answered, because there are some people who ask stupid questions. You know, there's no such thing as stupid questions, but there are some just genuinely stupid questions. Derek never ceases to amaze me. I'm sorry, Derek. I'm so sorry, Derek. We bully, but it's all in fun. Yeah, that's the only reason we bully him. It's just for fun. Yeah, so that's like one thing that's gonna happen is the Q&A. That's gonna be a fun one. And of course, there's also a new channel on the way for all of my deleted videos. There's going to be a lot of videos that just never got posted that you guys will be seeing over there, which is gonna be cool, I think. Hello, Naomi. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Are you gonna do a RP thing for the next season of the other SMP? You gotta make a better version of Dream SMP. Oh boy, that takes me back. We used to have a server called Tiny SMP that my viewers kept running with and saying it's better than Dream SMP, and then they started going on to Twitter and saying hashtag better than Dream. It was crazy. Nothing ever came out of that, but it was a funny thing. Hello, Owen. Welcome on in. I kind of want to make my own custom, tribute to Technoblade. Do it. Do it. Absolutely. I will give you grass. Ayo, grass. I might accept it. Maybe. Let's see. I made it here. Nice. Welcome on in. Twitch changed something and now I can't even watch the streams I used to, but I couldn't comment. Dang. Rip. Derek's still around. Surprised he hasn't been banned again. He's great. So many amazing memories. Derek was a character. He still shows up every once in a while, but he's mostly only on King SMP. But yeah, he hasn't gotten banned in a while. The reason he got banned last time was for something very serious, but it you know, there was some reasons for his unban. It wasn't just to unban him. But yeah, he's an okay kid. I genuinely feel for him. I think he's got a bright future ahead of him. And I would hate to kick him out of the community truly until I know for certain that there's no redeemable quality left in him. He hasn't crossed any line too far yet. However, he's been close. He's been really close. But, I mean, there's been a lot of people who have been really close to getting banned permanently. And it's not something I love doing. I don't love banning people like that. That sucks. That's just not fun. So I hope I never have to. Cool shaders, thank you very much. This is complimentary reimagined. I'm on Java Edition. If you're on Bedrock, just turn on vibrant visuals and it'll be close enough, you know? I do hope they keep expanding upon vibrant visuals to keep it even cooler, but I don't know how much work they're gonna do to it. Most of the stuff will be built in survival on like a certain prison. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if we'll do roleplay a ton on King SMP. I know there's going to be a little bit of, we're going to be doing a lot of builds. We're going to be taking a lot of inspiration, actually, from Misadventures SMP. And what I'm hoping to do is I'm hoping to include, what do you call it? Hoping to include like a quest system that's more in depth than our current one. Because our current quest system, it's cool, but it doesn't have a reason. And so what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to build towns and go from town to town and create a living, breathing world out of that town. And it's going to take a lot of work. I mean, a lot. But it'll always give you something to do within that world. So the next season of King SMP is going to be interesting. I still need to kind of go through and plan a lot of things. I'm hoping to kind of be able to set some time aside and do that at some point soon. But we're a little ways away from being able to actually plan things, unfortunately. It takes a lot of time to plan a server. Enjoy your stream, Mr. Dog. I made dumb decisions in my time. I think we all make stupid decisions. I was actually talking to Swifty about that the other day. You know, we all do dumb things that we're not proud of. We all say things that we don't mean. We do things that we feel like are right at the time, but you know, we realize later we were wrong, or that we weren't necessarily wrong, but we weren't right in what we did. You know, sometimes there's a very interesting thing. There's 3 perspectives in every story, right? There's what you say happened, there's what the other person says happened, and then there's what actually happened. And sometimes we feel like there's only 2 perspectives. There's what I say happened and then what they say happened. And then, you know, we kind of forget that there's what actually happened. We just kind of say, we end up agreeing to disagree, or we say their version is right or my version. But the truth of the matter is, it goes so much deeper than that. I mean, no one person's perspective is actually accurate to what really happened, probably. There's a lot of, things that happen that nobody sees. I mean, I know, for example, the situation that you're referring to, Bionics. I know I don't know everything. I think I have a pretty good idea of what happened, but I don't know everything. And I can recognize that. I can just also look at the dots and say what I believe happened, and I have to be okay with not knowing everything. But it does make it really hard when you don't know everything, because in that situation there's so many small little things, because what actually happened is something nobody knows. You know, there's a lot of theory. There's a lot of theory about what happened. But the truth is, the only thing that I know is what I know. I can't say because I don't want to get too deep into it, but you know, there's so many things that are just speculation, and we'll never truly have an answer to it because of how some of that stuff went. And I regret, truthfully, for how some of that went. Like, it should never have gone that far, and yet it did. And you know, I can't take back any of what I said, and truthfully, I don't know if there's a lot I would have taken back what I've said, because ultimately it escalated to where it did because it was going to go that way anyway. About the only thing I could have done to change the results of it all would have been to just not have said anything at all. But that was only going to create a pressure bomb in me, and I wasn't gonna live with that. Hello Raiders, welcome on in. Thank you for the raid. Push, how's it going, dude? Good to see you. Unlucky Dead, thank you for submitting your taxes. I appreciate it. Let me get you some shout outs, and then I'll finish reading some of your chats here in a second as well, guys. Push, thank you for submitting your taxes as well. Thank you. What are you guys up to today? You're playing Batman Return to Arkham. Nice. How is it? Do tell. I enjoyed the Batman games for a little bit while I was playing them, but I don't think I've ever finished one fully. So how is it? Do tell, do tell. I remember them being good games. I just, like I said, I don't think I ever finished one. Hi Raiders indeed. Don't ask him. Oh no. Oh no. He's a bit, I'm at my wit's end. I have it set to hard. Oh no. Dude, I used to play, it was Halo. I was playing Halo, and I played, I think it was the second game. I don't remember. It was one of the games, though. I played on the hardest difficulty because my chat dared me to. And I kept dying so often. It was awful. His controller's Y button is broken. He can't counter. No! I rage rated out. That's so fair, dude. That is so fair. Outside of it being on hard mode, is it fun? There's no shame in turning down the difficulty if you have to. There's no shame in that. I would not blame you. But thanks for the raid again. I appreciate it. If you need to hop out, raid and run, do those sort of things, feel free to do so. But I'm not trying to run you out either. What we are working on right now, to answer your question, Barnaby, as well as show the raiders what we're up to, we are currently working on this base. And you might be going, King, this is looking pretty ugly. What do you mean this is a base? We're draining out part of an ocean. This is about 129 by 129 in size. And over here you can see deep down in this hole, we have a cylinder. And this cylinder is going to go all the way down to bedrock. And it's going to happen on this side as well. We're going to drain that side down to bedrock, that side, and that side. All down to bedrock. And we're going to put a city inside of it. And it's going to have a dome over top of it then. And then we're going to flood the area around it so that there's like a huge skyscraper city inside of this dome. It's going to look sick. I don't know exactly how it's going to look just yet, but I've got high hopes, you know? I have high hopes. Let's see. What a weird thing to say, Cabbage. It's amazing. Hard makes for good content. That's fair. That is fair. That's awesome, brothers. Thank you. Thank you very much. I've seen this happen. This is like so fun. It's so fun. I'm stubborn, so I think I played a lot of Halo on the hardest difficulty. I think I had to turn it down at some point, but I don't remember. But yes, there's an undying will there to do it the hard way, and I respect it. I respect it. Let me go ahead and catch up on chat. I regret everything I did. I don't even talk to you know who anymore. I felt like it was right at the time, but now I regret it since I miss being part of the community. I'm trying to keep this as far as from you know what. Don't want to bring it up again. I don't fully know what happened. It went way too far on my part too. Like I was doing the right thing, but now I don't think so. It's hard to say. You do what you do, and you just hope you do it right. Yeah. Let's see. Sorry for bringing this up. I know you prefer it to be in DM. I down to talk about it. Up to you. I mean, there's not like a ton to say necessarily. I mean, I think you know my perspective. I want to talk about it at some point. I want to give my full perspective at some point, because I know this is just gonna keep coming back up, and my truth deserves to be heard just as much as the other was. But there comes a point in time where that is appropriate, and right now it's just not. So I can't say as much as I'd love to. Let's see. Sounds really cool. Good luck, man. Thank you very much. Taking notes. So time consuming for the right reason. Totally. Yeah. The right reason. What even is the right reason anymore? Gosh. Long message. Sand. ASMR sand. We love sand. Sand is great. Sand is love. Sand is life. I hate sand. I hate sand so much. It's terrible. It's just not good. Like, it's a good block. Okay, don't get me wrong. It's a good block. It's just so annoying. It's very annoying. In-game sand sounds better. IRL sand sounds like ocean. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That is 100% fair. I used to live kind of near a beach, way back when, and it wasn't uncommon to have sand in your yard, and I fondly remember having enough sand in my yard that we were able to play around with it, and not have to go to the beach. Not that the beach was that far away, like I said, we could have gone, but I do kind of miss living out there near the water. It was kind of nice, but I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't move. As weird as it is, a location does have a lot to do with the person you become. I mean, the people you meet, the sights you see, the cultures you experience, those all affect you and change who you will eventually become, 2 years down the road. I've lived in a lot of different places, and I've had the pleasure of meeting hundreds of people, and some of them I've probably forgotten. No, some of them I definitely have forgotten, but there's a lot of them that I will never forget. My best friend of 8 years, would never have met him if I didn't move away from the water. Which is scary to realize that one small thing can change the course of your entire life. But, I mean, it did. It did. I mean, some of my best friends that I've ever met have been from one small thing. Me streaming on Twitch has led to me meeting a lot of my friends right now, and them rating me, or me rating them in some cases, has led to that happening. And it's all just so crazy how those small things create friendships. I do want to hear your side eventually. I can agree with you on a few things that you've said. I'm done with this since it's not appropriate. That's fair. That's not true, Hamster Man. I don't know why you're being this way, but, you know, pop off, I guess. There's a mod for that. You know the one. You probably already have it installed. I'm sorry. It was deserved, okay, guys? It was deserved. This man's being a little weird. This is a Minecraft chat, my guy. Boop. Which one? You know the one. You know exactly the one. I'll tell you what, though, it doesn't rhyme with your mom. But there is something that rhymes with your mom. I won't tell you what, though. Sharing is caring? No, but your mom is caring. I'm sorry, I didn't have to hit you with another your mom. I have more material, I promise. It's just your mom is precious. Very, very precious. Oop. Okay. That's nice, I know. It's very nice. She thought so too. I'm gonna go to sleep now. Back to your mom. It's always back. I can't help it. If I'm not talking about your mom, am I really talking at all? I could say 1,000 words, but none of them would express just how meaningful the simple term your mom means to me. You know? It's important. It's very important. Okay. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get this all. I really desperately want to get all the water removed. But I know. You know. This is gonna take a long time. I might do some work off stream. You were thinking about the mod first, maybe you played it before. My guy. You're literally the one that mentioned the one thing first. That's not even true. Like, the only thing Minecraft has announced is copper. Like, you can try hard, but you're the one with the dirty mind here. Got a new update, by the way. Again, you're the one thinking of this. You're the one that plays it. And you're the sad individual who's probably without a partner. And I apologize for that. But, like, stop being touch-starved. I don't know. Like, I'm not one to, like, make fun of people for being lonely and be without partner. But, like, I don't know. Talking about this stuff in a Minecraft streamer's chat is kind of wild. Let's see. I love the copper stuff. Looks sick. It does. It really does. I can't wait to play around with it. I'm gonna wait until it's in a Java snapshot. It's gonna be sick. It's gonna be cool. Let's see. I need that. We're gonna fill up my shulker boxes one more time, I think, and then we'll end after I empty the shulker boxes. Let's see. Maybe you need to try out the mod. I think I'm okay sticking with your mom. I tried her once. 10 out of 10. Would try again. Happened 8 years ago, funnily enough. How do you think you were born? See, I'm saying that you're like acting like a 7-year-old. I'm 8. No, that's not how math works. You see, there's about like 9 to 10 months of pregnancy before you're born. So no, you're 7. Um, I'm sorry. I'm a family-friendly Minecraft streamer. 7-year-olds shouldn't know mods like this, but you're acting like a 7, so I'm pretty sure you're a 7. Parents don't watch their kids. It's clear that I should have been more present in your life. I'm sorry, son. But your mom's failed you, and sounds like I've got a job to do. We need to do something about this? We do. We do. Quite honestly, this kind of content should be banned, for the most part, from children's games, but, no. Who am I to say such a thing? I got no partner, she dumped me 4 days before prom. Dang, I'm sorry to hear that, dude. At least you know you weren't dancing with the wrong person. As much as that sucks, you can at least take a little bit of comfort knowing that you didn't go to prom with somebody who didn't love you the way you deserved to be loved back. That's a hard thing. That's a really hard thing. But it's a little easier to look at it that way than it is to just say, well, you know, I was alone on prom. Like, that sucks. That does suck too, but you didn't waste your dance on her. Oop. See, King's family friendly makes all these jokes about your mom, 9/11, etc. I mean, she asked me out, but didn't show any love. Didn't even look at me, but oh well. It sounds like she was probably lonely. She may have been working an angle. Who knows? It's unfortunate. Today's day and age, people are more lonely than ever, even with the amount of connection we have. She may be emotionally unavailable and thought, if I just ask, then maybe I'll be able to hold down a relationship. And that scared her when things did change, or she realized, you know, that she didn't really love you. And that's a hard thing. It's not a reflection of you. It's just a thing that happens. People think one thing and then they end up feeling another. Some people want to love with all their heart, and they would if they could, but the spark never lights. And unfortunately, you know, it doesn't make it feel any better to say this, but like, it just helps knowing, I guess, for me anyway, that at least I didn't waste myself on that person. Because, you know, you could spend years with that one person, and it could be a waste, you know? So it's better to find out now than it is to find out, you know, than it is to find out, you know, 2 years down the road. It's a hard thing. It doesn't make it any easier, but it makes it a little more hopeful, I guess, that there's still something brighter coming. The thing that sucks is you don't know when, you don't know how, you don't know who. But one day it's gonna happen. And when it does happen, you'll know. You'll know. And make a family-friendly mod. We all need a Minecraft mod sometimes. I personally prefer Iris. It's a good mod. Yeah, let's see. I think that's what it was. I haven't joined any community since February, so I've just been here living alone. I need to write a book. spend some time doing something. Yeah, doing nothing is about the worst thing you can do, especially when you're dealing with heartbreak, grieving what could have been, when you're trying to come to terms with something hard. Doing nothing's awful. Writing a book, journaling, making videos, writing songs, pouring your pain into passion, and making that into something worthwhile to you, worthwhile to whoever's consuming that content, whether it be traditional forms of content or less conventional forms. You know, there's plenty of ways to turn that pain into something beautiful. And I encourage anybody who feels these things to go and pour your pain into this art, because, you know, for example, Shakespeare, he wrote some really dark stuff, and it comes probably out of a darkness, a pain in his own heart that he felt. And a lot of our greatest stories were written out of dark places in people's lives. Some of my favorite songs, Linkin Park, a lot of their songs were written out of dark places. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you guys the whole story, but, you know, look it up. Chester Bennington, it's obvious he went through some stuff, and you know, it's unfortunate we don't have him anymore, but he wasn't just writing those lyrics, he was living. And, you know, it's okay to write those things and to produce those pieces of content that reflect what you feel, so long as you don't make that your only identity. Then it's perfectly okay. Nobody wants to be known as the lonely, sad guy, you know? Don't let yourself fall into that role in life. But it's okay to feel those things, and it's okay to write about those things. Okay. I make a mod where you can have fake boyfriend. That's crazy. Heard something. Was that an illager, maybe? It was, okay. I'll let them do their thing. I'm not gonna interrupt the protest. They're probably here to stop me from draining the ocean. You're right, I should listen to you more often. I've been working, so that helps. That's good, I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, keeping yourself busy helps, because if you dwell on something all the time, that's all you're ever going to be able to think about, and you're going to be going in circles. But being able to take a break from that thought process every once in a while will eventually help you reason your way out of it. To spend your time in one place forever is mad. It's how you get stuck in these loops, and it's how you never get free, because your brain just can't see the solution. If you can ever take a step back and you can look at the full situation with fresh eyes, you will eventually be able to find your way out of it, and hopefully you'll be a better person for it. Pain is a necessary part of life. It's what teaches us to grow. It's what helps us become resistant to certain other types of pains. It truly is a necessity, but it doesn't make it any more pleasant. But it is very transformative. It makes us into everything we're ever supposed to be. Pain is, it's tough. I'm getting hungry, I'm sorry guys. I'm also like losing my voice, but that's okay. I kind of want to go back over my goals. I kind of mentioned a little bit that we were going to do goals and talking about that. Why are you so wise? I've lived through a lot. Been through a lot of pain. Pain builds character or something like that. I don't know. If I could lie to you guys and say everything's been pleasant, I would. But in order to gain wisdom, you gotta sacrifice something. I've been through a lot. And, it's hard for me to say I wouldn't change things. There are some things I definitely would have changed. I don't know how, but if I knew I could go back and change how things went, I'd probably sit here and reason with myself and tell myself that I could have changed things by going a different route. But there's a lot of things I wouldn't change because it's turned me into who I am right now. And that I would not change. You know, I'm not exactly the happiest person. I'm not exactly the most successful person. But I am who I am right now, and that's good enough. Because I'm going to be somebody different tomorrow. I'm going to be somebody different the day after that, and the day after that, and the day after that. And that's pretty good. Let's see. I mean, you are Batman. I'm Batman. I am Batman. I'm the greatest Batman. The greatest Batman you ever saw. Donald Batman Trump. I don't know why that happened. It just kind of did. Donald Trump just kind of comes out of nowhere sometimes. It's that little evil surprise. Ah! There we go. Why is that so good? My Donald Trump voice? A lot of practice and too many people saying that it was funny, so I had to keep trying it because it was just funny. I'll tell you what, people will encourage you to do the most dumb and stupid things. The Donald Trump voice was a product of that. People were encouraging it, and so I just didn't stop. Run. Oh, my voice, it's gone. Silly voice, Kermit. Hello, everybody. Kermit the Frog here. I'm losing my voice. I've got a little bit of a frog in my throat. And what I'm going to do really quick is I'm going to actually cut open this package of honey and I'm going to slurp it down faster than your mom. And we're going to quickly just drink up really quick. Like, be very patient. I'm going to be right with you very soon. Please don't leak out over me. Please don't leak out on me. Please don't leak out on me. Oil up, your mom. That's so much better. Oh my gosh. I keep packets of honey. That's not nice. I think it's very nice. Because, your mom is very nice. She is so nice. Have I made you uncomfortable? Because if I haven't, I can't. Honey is good. Honey is so good. I might have to make myself something to drink tonight to help my voice. I've lost it twice in a row now. 2 streams in a row it's been going out, and I don't know what to do about that. I mean, I've been gone for a little bit, so admittedly, like, it could just be that my voice isn't used to being used, but I talked a lot while I was gone, too. Maybe not quite as much as I was streaming, but, you know, I was still doing a lot of talking. I did a lot of singing and yelling. Did a ton of yelling. I'm not entirely sure why my voice is going out right now, to be entirely honest. I don't know if there's anything that doctors could do about it, but I might be willing to go get it checked. I don't know. I go back and forth on those kind of things. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Thank you. I go back and forth on doctors. Like, on one hand, they're very helpful for the things they are, but on the other hand, I hate doctors so much. I want to love going to the doctor because I want to be able to feel better, but I've had poor experience with them. And I wish that weren't so. But it is. Yeah, I've got packages of honey on my desk though right now. And I only have 1 more left. I drank 2 this week already now. So tomorrow's probably gonna be another day. Probably. And I will just have to make do with that. But that's okay. Oh yeah, we were talking about goals. So for this month, another thing that I have goals for is in this month, for the VOD channel, I want to get 17 more thumbnails done. I've got so many that I gotta do, and I was supposed to have a lot of it done by June, but I started falling behind and I couldn't do the 3 a day like I wanted to. So now it's supposed to be 17. I just need to get 17 done this month, and that'll get me to the end of March 2022, I think, which is a pretty decent chunk, really. That will put me at, like, just under half a year's worth of VODs to work on. I can work with that. That's not bad. That's like 180 something left, I think. So, you know, is that a lot? Absolutely. But it's still feasible. Oh, I went too high. Okay. And then I've some game dev goals. I've been working on my video game called Omnia. And I still want to get that done. But right now the big thing is I need to get branding done. If I can get the branding done, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my first devlog for the game. And then hopefully I can just start pumping out content for that, because it's a very big project, and I want it to get its full glory that it deserves. So that means I'm sitting there working on branding a lot, and I haven't gotten it done because there's a lot of work that goes into the branding. But once that's all said and done, I'll be a happy camper, hopefully. And like I said, once we get the branding done, I can work on the devlog. I can start promoting the Discord server. I can actually start working on the game again. And then that brings me to my life goals, which I have to pull up because I don't remember what they are. Okay, I see. Yeah, I remember some of it now. So it would be keep going to bed by 2 a.m., which is actually going pretty well so far. I went to bed at 2 in the morning. Or, yeah, 2 in the morning last night. And I've been going to bed previously at 2 in the morning, so, you know, not too shabby, really. But, there's a lot of things I want to do in life, and so I gotta make sure I stay on top of that sleep schedule. Invite me. Unfortunately, you can't join the server, Cold Deep, but if you want to join my viewer joinable server, you can do !IP in the chat. It will get you all the info you need. I played that one on Mondays and Fridays. I've been going to bed at like 3 and 4 a.m. Yeah, I used to do that a lot. I was doing that before I got home as well. But now I've been doing a little bit better about it. I got back home and was like, I'm not falling back into this trap of bad sleep schedules. So I'm trying to do better about it, seeing whatever I can do to make life at least somewhat full. And so that means having a good sleep schedule, waking up at decent hours, going to bed at good hours, and getting work done. And that's hard. That's really, really hard, but it's gonna be worth it. Hello, Jorby. Thank you for submitting your taxes. I appreciate it. I'm going to watch your stream now while I'm working on getting my stream up. Alright, sounds good, Mr. Dog. Hopefully you can get your stream up soon. I realize sleep is so important now. I'm always tired. That's fair. That is so fair, dude. I'm pretty tired all the time, too. That comes from years of not sleeping much, and then also just the fact that I can't do everything I used to do. My body is failing me. Okay. Itchy, no. Oh. I don't know if you guys heard that. My wrist just popped. Okay, I'm gonna try to do for my stream is a Minecraft Bedrock zombie apocalypse with guns. Nice. I hope that goes well for you, dude. Sounds like a fun time. I think you'll enjoy it, hopefully. We used to play Hypixel. There was a there's a game mode on there called what was it called? It may have just been called Zombies. I don't know. But it was kind of like a Blocking Dead sort of deal. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. I recommend a mod for your stream. Are you talking to me or Dog? Because either way, it's concerning. Hello, Izza. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back. Nice crack. Thank you. I think. Let's see. I had a stream planned for 10, but completely forgot since I'm watching you. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I have not done it in a while, but there have been times where I've forgotten to stream because I've been busy watching someone else, talking to somebody else, or whatever. Date me, ask nicely. Ask nicely and I'll think about it. No, that's good. I'm enjoying it. I postponed it. That's fair. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. Will you date me, please? I don't really know you, Amber. I'm sorry. But, you know, maybe I'll get to know you one day. Maybe, possibly. Is this like so that you can get your friend off your back or something? Like, I can lie if you need me to lie, but I'm not gonna be your boyfriend. I'm sorry. So my own scripted Minecraft server is starting the same month. I'm on vacay. Like what? What? You're gonna be gone. You're gonna be gone when your server starts. That's unfortunate. King getting all the girls. I've been telling you guys. I have mad riz. Nobody else has as much riz as me. I just have it. People click on my streams and they're like, oh my goodness, Minecraft YouTuber, heck yeah. And then boom. Speaking of, would you potentially be willing to make a cameo from time to time on the server? Possibly. There's a chance. I can't promise anything necessarily. It just depends on what my schedule looks like. Right now I have so little time to do the things I need to do. There's not much time for me to do it. But there's a chance. There's definitely a chance. I have Riz, the best Riz. Nobody has more Riz. I have simply more Riz. It leaks out of me. It just simply oozes the Riz. They call me Donald Riz Trump. You gotta, yeah, you got the hand thing. W and the server will probably be up and usable for filming for a solid while, so odds are you'll be able to make it at some point. Okay, heck yeah, man, let's go. I hope that works out. I'd like to be in more people's videos and streams and stuff. I kind of like the idea of just showing up and being there. Because I've always wanted people to do that for my stuff, and I'd love to do it for theirs. Now, I haven't been able to have people show up in my videos yet, but soon. Soon, hopefully. You should say that and do the dance. I have Riz. I have the best Riz. Nobody has more Riz. Not like the dance he does. Something like that, yeah. Just keep in mind the plot is scripted, but all lines are improvised. Just saying, okay, I gotcha. I'm dying. I'm glad I could kill you with my insane sense of humor. I have a question for you. What's your question? I may have an answer. Someone better clip that. I hope not. I hope not. Can I do a stream with you? Maybe. I don't know. There's a chance. I don't do a lot of streams with people. I like to get to know somebody well before I stream with them usually. The reason for that is I like to know I can bounce off of them well. But I won't rule anything out. But I've had streams where I have done stuff with people and it just didn't turn out well because we didn't know each other very well. And so when we were talking, it felt very awkward and very forced. But, you know, I like I said, I won't rule anything out. Just has to make sense, that's all. Have you seen Cat in the Hat, the animated version? Have I seen Cat in the Hat? I don't believe I've seen Cat in the Hat, the animated version, no. I haven't seen the live action one either, though. So I guess it doesn't really matter. But I've read the book. It's a solid book. Your collab streams with Kit were good. Her and I have a, like, weird sort of natural synergy. I don't know how to explain it, but we feed off of each other's energy so stupidly well. Oh boy. I don't know how many of you guys were there for it. Oh boy. We sat there for like a solid 2 hours running, just parkouring on trees. I was supposed to be going to bed, but we ended up getting distracted talking, and we were running back and forth tree to tree talking about building this toilet shop on Twitch SMP. And we never did it, but we were dead serious about it. We were gonna do it. We still might. I don't know. But toilet shop. Yeah, we were gonna build a toilet shop. We were gonna sell cocoa beans renamed to like different turd jokes. It was gonna be amazing. It was all just gonna be a brown dye shop. That's all it was. It got canned, but you know, that's okay. I'm hoping we get back to that idea though. Seriously, that was such a silly idea. It would make playing on this server so worth it again. Just saw toilets you put in people's bases. See, that's what I'm saying. We make a side income off of being plumbers. We can make little skins too. It would be amazing, okay? I'm just saying. It would be really good. You don't have to sell me on it again, okay? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It was the golden idea. You need the Shadow Mantle to beat the Wither Storm. It gives a 66% damage reduction versus start/star attacks that two-shot you on average with boss and future common enemies. I see. The Wither Storm mod. I do remember that. I kind of wonder if there's ever a day that Mojang would add the Wither Storm to Minecraft. Like vanilla. I seriously doubt it, but hear me out. There's a way we could do this. You drink an ominous potion, an ominous bottle, and it would give you a it would give you the ability to, if you summoned a wither, it would spawn the Wither Storm. I don't know how the boss effects would change differently, but it would have to be different enough that it would be like... Oh no. Server is struggling. Why am I lagging so badly? I don't know. Anyway, it would do something different though. It would have to be different enough from the normal Wither, and it would have to be like the Wither Storm. If that was IRL, I'd buy from that toilet shop. Heck yeah, let's go. Let's go, Coral. You know where it's at. Sent some images? What? Okay. I hope she's doing well. Kit, she's very busy, but she's doing pretty well. Whoa, that does look AI generated. What? I mean, maybe... No, that just looks AI generated. It could be the shading on the way the animation software is set up, but the way the textures look even are AI generated. I don't know. That looks weird. I'm a little bit fearful. I don't know why they would do that though, because like the Grinch, the animated Grinch, the new one that just came out, like I say just, it came out like a couple of years ago. That was really good, and it wasn't AI generated, so I don't know why they would go to doing that and risk their company's reputation. Be the best. Wither Storm and Shadow Mantle, bros mixing up Deltarune in Minecraft story mode. Dang. Animated Lorax was so peak. Oh, absolutely. I'm new to stream. Welcome on in Rysterio. Hope you're doing well. Shadow Mantles for the Chapter 3 secret boss. Like, what? Oh. I have no idea what this guy's yapping about. I'll be real. No clue. But he's saying something. You have any plans for 4th of July? That's a really good question. Unfortunately, I don't think so. Let's see, when is the 4th? It's a couple days away, isn't it? Like, it's on Thursday? No, Friday. I don't know. What day is it on? No. Anyway, yeah, the 4th, I probably won't do anything special. As much as I really do love our country, and I'm not ashamed to be patriotic in the slightest. Like, I love America. I love the United States. There's not a whole lot for me to do. Friday, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I would love to do it. I'd love to do something. I just don't know what I would do. I'll probably just stream. Maybe we'll do something patriotic on King SMP. Instead of working on a river, maybe we'll build like an American flag somewhere. We'll work with red, white, and blue. I don't know. That's an idea. That is an idea. I'm genuinely considering building something on King SMP to commemorate our 4th of July. You're the first person to say my name the right way. Really? Mysterio. I figured it was kind of like Mysterio and Ryan, probably, and so I just assumed that was how you wanted it pronounced. You know, launch fireworks? Nice. That sounds cool. I haven't ever actually launched any fireworks. I would love to. But they're very expensive. And the area I live in, it's too dangerous to launch them. Just because there's a lot of brush out here. And brush fires are very bad. So, yeah, I don't want to be the next Minecraft YouTuber put on the news. Ideally, I mean, this one would actually still be better than popular MMOs, but, you know, getting arrested for arson isn't exactly something I'd like. Roaring Knight, Shadow Crystal, basically the Delta Rune equivalent to the Demon King Secret Stone meme. I have no idea what you're talking about, but okay. Gotcha. I've been hearing the fireworks were just getting launched around my house every single night. I've been hearing some fireworks here as well. People are really excited already. There's never a bad place to do fireworks. In fact, some people do them indoors. Yeah, you're not wrong. Some people do them indoors. We had, I had seen a video on TikTok of when the chicken jockey thing was going on, and they set off fireworks in the theater when he said chicken jockey, and I don't know whether to be impressed or ashamed at the Minecraft community's eagerness to jump in on a joke and take it a step farther. It was kind of concerning. Demon King Secret Stone is a Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom thing. Oh, okay, gotcha. Fireworks scare me. One time I watched a fireworks show up close one time and I felt some sparks burn on me. Not that bad, but terrifying. That's fair. I like fireworks. They never truly lose their magic for me, but they, it's a lot of work to go out and watch them and then go back home. Like, you have to make like a whole day out of it, and unfortunately I stream over top of exactly when the fireworks happen, and yeah, I don't know. I'd like to do something for the 4th. I just don't know what it'll be yet. It's not even Minecraft fans. People just hop on trends. Yep. That is very true. Hello souls, welcome on in, hope you're doing well. I was looking for a stream I can listen to while I edit a YouTube vid. I think I found it. Nice. Well, I'm glad to be that stream for you. And I hope the video goes well. The stream delay is slowly getting worse. The Shay, Delta Room, Chapter 4, blind playthrough stream all over again. What? What do you rate the Minecraft movie? That's a tough one. I haven't watched it in a while. I watched it, like, way back in April. Kind of want to watch it again. It was probably like an 8.5, maybe even 9 out of 10. I enjoyed it a lot. I know a lot of people thought it was stupid. But I walked in there expecting a Jack Black movie, so I walked out very happy. You know, it was a Jack Black movie. So it was solid. There were some things I kind of wish they did more of, and you know, ultimately it may go to being an even higher rating if the second movie is better. I mean, they set up a pretty solid second movie, I think, and I'd like to kind of cover what I believe a second Minecraft movie would look like. But I don't know. Let's see. I agree with you. 8.5 or 9 for me too. Minecraft movie theater. Whenever he said chicken jockey went out of flames, we had that in my theater. We added a chicken jockey thing. It wasn't like an incident or anything. There wasn't anything newsworthy, but there was a guy that yelled really, really, really loudly. And it scared me, but I was also expecting it. I knew to expect it, so I was just getting ready to throw hands though. If he threw popcorn, I was gonna kill that man. Let's see. I think it's a good movie, but not as a Minecraft movie. I think it actually kind of encapsulated exactly what Minecraft was, to me anyway. All the characters really embodied different perspectives of what Minecraft is. I know a lot of people were angry because it wasn't like super vanilla and it wasn't animated and it wasn't this, it wasn't that, but quite honestly, I think the movie did a good job. Trying to please every single member of the community is an impossible task. But they took one storyline and said, this is a classic within all of Minecraft. I mean, they knew their audience with it, I think. The problem that a lot of people, I think, had with the movie was that it seemed modded. But I think that's kind of the beauty of it being titled a Minecraft movie instead of just the Minecraft movie. It's just one telling of it all. You know, there's so many different ways the movie could have gone, especially had they stuck closer to vanilla. But I think for the story that they wanted to tell and the story they ended up telling, ultimately they chose the right design choices. I will say the B plot was actually kind of better than the A plot, unironically. I was more engaged with the villager and Jennifer Coolidge than I was the Minecraft stuff going on. And maybe I'm wrong for that, I don't know. But it was kind of better. Any Shay fans in chat? Remember when chat was basically a year behind because of stream delay? So funny. Bro reached the fountain and chat was still reacting to Gerson's comeback scene against the Titan. I have no clue what you're talking about, but I'm sure it was a moment. And I'm glad that that was a good moment. I think it was a good moment. It is funny though that chat was that far behind. It happens all the time here too. Mob, what do you like? What are you calling me mob, and are you asking what I like? And in what instance are you asking I like? Is it that are you asking do I like what video game I like, what food I like, what I like in women, what I like in I don't know what else. Minecraft. You know, what are you wanting to know? Homataya Homatoin? Homatoya Homatoin. No. Sorry. So we've actually done a pretty good amount of draining. I'm gonna keep draining off stream, hopefully. But as you can hear, I am losing my voice. And I sound really, really epic, really cool. But it's not good for me to keep talking like this. So I'm probably gonna wrap things up here. You're gonna end the stream. I am gonna end the stream. Help that voice. Thank you very much, Mountain. I appreciate it. Here's your hydrate. But we're gonna wrap things up here. So I appreciate you all for watching. I am gonna try to find some people to raid. So give me like just 1 second while I find somebody on the Twitch side. And then YouTube, I don't think I have anyone that I can redirect to, but I'm going to check really quick. Also, thank you to all of my top fans. I don't know how this all works exactly, but it looks like you guys get like special placements and stuff, which is cool. Have a good night. Thank you. Thank you all so much. It's been a lot of fun. I've been enjoying this. I hope you guys have been enjoying this, and I hope to see you guys again on Thursday for the YouTube peeps. We'll be back. For the Twitch peeps, I'll be back tomorrow on Stardew. Unfortunately, there's nobody live on the YouTube side that I can go raid, so we're just going to wrap up here on YouTube. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all of you guys so much. It was a lot of fun. Hope to see you guys again in the future, but this is it for now. So bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, YouTube.